That's good.
Yeah, yeah. That's no fun. Yeah.
Hopefully, spend up the street things.
I'm probably gonna go with him.
Ride share.
Yeah.
Because they play breakfast at home Saturdays.
Wow.
That's what
Drive. You say you live over in Pacific? Or no, you work over in Pacific.
No, I live in People.
People.
No, I ain't that bad.
That 55 is a pretty quick trip.
All right, I need to find your guy. I just set it up here. Either that or I left it over in the corner.
There's a lot of yarn over here.
Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, so you were wanting to know different weapons. Is it really important that you know different weapons, or tell me why you want to switch?
Oh, the only thing I would as far as the crossbow, I choose a crossbow for range because priests tend to want to stay back as often as they can so they don't die in the fray. And that's, it was just, I just thought that it was available while I was still first level and in the
But which is perfectly legitimate thinking.
that was the only reason that's what I said. Well, that's what I could do crossbow. I'd do crossbow because priests stay back, support, and heal the dummies that run all the time.
That's a good thing to have.
That was my thing. I have a dwarf, I like axes, but I can keep the mates. And what else you gotta shave, trim your beard with, you know, an axe?
All right, so you want to do axe and heavy crossbow?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I don't mind light crossbow. I mean,
Well, it said heavy.
what does this say? Heavy? Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead. Is that specific, huh?
I just pulled it up. Did I print the kit on your sheets? The kit description? It's going to be a whole entry, like a.
Yeah, it says dwarf CRE.
No, on one, like, you know how there's a box for weapons and a box for saving throws? There'll be a box that has the kit description.
Check the next page.
Check the next page. No? Okay, I will,
It's class ability, but there's no kit description.
okay.
See, like,
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
I was looking at that fight mode, those are pretty bad.
Raquel is.
If you have the rolls, if you're a freaking Sylvan Elf fighting monk, you could just tear some stuff up.
I do pretty good most of the time with my martial arts. But that stupid Goblin King was pretty resilient.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun
Yeah, it was. It's good to have a challenge sometimes. I like it when things go my way.
Are we excited live right now?
I'll bet. Doing all my research.
So this is my new thing program.
Yeah. All right. Mhm. That's what it would be. Okay. It would be those pre-spells.
I thought
Some are
it's
specific
an
to
interesting character
rangers
concept.
or
Halfling Gigolo.
depending on your sphere. of study.
Interesting to who?
To the female halfling.
Oh, okay.
No, the Halfling Gigolo named Tripod.
All right, I just printed your top sheet, changed your proficiencies. in your
Yeah, see in here,
Alright,
like, this is a divination spell. The
weapon. Once you
spheres
go up
are
to
numbers and
third
divination.
level, I'll print you other sheets.
So
and
that
I'll
tells
add
you
on
what
your
sphere, like, that's
second
why I
level
have
spells
certain
and
spells available to me. And other spells are not due to, let's see.
I guess my armor class would be 6 with chainmail, right?
So, spells
Yeah, no.
and these spheres, I will not have a chance of knowing. I guess. But that's not the case because not all spells are here available. Sometimes.
Would you be wearing your chainmail while you were prospecting? I don't remember.
I don't know if these really so thrown together quick. I don't know, you might go out, I guess. I could be, you decide to everything else, so. I can pick it up on the way or figure it out later.
I think. Okay. Yes, we can put it on there. So that would put your armor class at 5.
That chainmail was 4.
Nope, armor class 5.
And having the wrong weapons would explain my proficiency in combat scene.
was that?
I get that.
Sounds right.
Oh, you didn't print where this road is. Save some trees.
Now I'm gonna go downstairs to get my coffee, and then we will begin.
Are you sure you're going to get your coffee?
Well, no, because I haven't been down there to actually see it finished.
You are presuming.
But I certainly started everything correctly. And then walked downstairs and I thought. Oh.
So I have a spear.
You have one, but you're not proficient.
I'm proficient with a spear.
Oh, I just never
I mean,
seen you use it. But
I'm very used to it. I didn't know I had a spear.
it's good for hunting.
Yeah, I need to find something to put behind, put somewhere because I am currently at light and hungry. I've got a small tent, but I need that. We've got water that can
I'm the endurance for
Spell.
no, it's skill endurance. But just you're just naturally more have a better.
Yeah, you're less likely to wear out on a long march, or it might. Cobb uses the fatigue rules. I'll tell you about that. It might help you on your fatigue. It might boost that, or diminish how much you take.
1.5 potions of extra healing. I've had another thing
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's animals. So does that mean I can just like find an animal and be like, hey, how are you doing?
It's just over there, but what's strength of stone?
Hopefully in this book.
I would assume it would just increase your strength, like maybe make you harder to hit, raise your armor class temporarily, or make you have like more of a damage adjustment or
It's
something.
a strengthened stone.
Strength of stone.
Strength of stone. There you go. I don't know if you can make a wooden sword strong as stone. If it's just on you.
Oh, it's just a strength spell. Raises the recipient's strength by 2d4, 1d4.
Awesome.
So how exactly did Gil get to how much? Did he just find her?
So you find the weekday game,
Say what?
when the weekday game, the dog, you like,
Weekday game?
yeah.
No, I was with Kel,
Oh,
but I'm not playing on the Thursday game.
okay, I just didn't want to. Because what it's. Oh, yeah. What happened to the dog? You saw the dog or is it gone?
Yeah, I've got it. She got injured pretty bad on the adventure in hell, and
I was watching the back. kind of catching up on watching back one.
Yeah, she got slammed, got her nose and face crushed, and was on the verge of death. But the priest was able to save her and heal the thing. But now she's not the same. That's what how I'm playing it.
That's very unique. I saw a brief right now. Halflings and gnomes could be like giant bat riders, like beast riders,
That'd be neat.
huge bat riders.
Heck yeah, man.
That'd be good. Yeah, but no, with characters like that, if you're inside, some of the Avengers, they're only.
Yeah, it becomes your mouth becomes a burden.
Yeah.
Of course, if you were on a bat, you could take them in caves, bat caves.
You know, this is like the S section of the spell. If they are, it'd be somewhere else. Huh?
I'm sorry about
Oh, I moved into the other spells. It's a ring of woe.
there. These are alphabetical volumes 1, 2, and 3. You've got 3 over there.
So, that means you. So you're a priest as well?
Mm-hmm.
I got a priest. I thought priest monks didn't get spells. That was their downfall.
No.
I thought that was their whole thing was strict was that's the reason they got the double or triple thing in martial arts because they didn't get spells.
Well, that's not the way Tom's got me going. Let me read my kit here.
If they are,
And it doesn't say anything about that on the kit description.
yeah, I might have a 19 strength and especially martial arts. That would be.
I had one until Cobb actually aged my character. He lost strength, but he gained a little wisdom. So that is the case. He didn't give me a percentile. He just bumped me down to 18. I should get a percentile goal. Maybe.
All right, we left off with you guys hauling the fat-ass Goblin King back to the secure shelter that the Archmage Bart had created previously in the day. And the Goblin King is unconscious. And that's where we stopped. You last thing you said was you were going to attempt to tend to people's wounds if they had any. And that's all I remember.
That sounds about right.
So Bart's like, yeesh. You guys don't look so good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got beat up a little bit. Didn't go as smooth as we hoped. But he's here now, and Pykel and Mugleb can, once he is revived, we need to get some answers out of him about why he's helping the demon and maybe what the demon's plans are.
Alright. Well, let's be tying them up.
Thank you.
Let's get that 4-foot rope from Mugleb.
That's right, he's got that damn 10-foot of rope.
That he just loves. We'll put it to good use. Do you
Okay.
have rope use?
Yeah. but
Sean
I can
Senline
figure
says,
out-
hi guys.
Hi, Sean.
I'm sure I can figure out how to tie a rope.
If you wish
Yeah.
to get in the chat room, you certainly may, because I know you all have devices there or not, whatever. I know that's not Daryl's forte, but you're young and young people like to be connected, so that's cool.
So, are we in the hut? Did we open the portal in the hut? So we're in the hut?
Yeah.
Is there places to
Hut.
The hut,
How dare you, sir?
the house?
This is Lebanon Secure Shelter, made of the surrounding woods, but strong as stone,
All right.
and
Well,
the size of a manor house.
all right. Well, just want to tie this goblin up in this manor house against.
I'm not sure there's anything inside, but
There's no posts, cows, boards.
I'll read you the spell description again,
It
and you
seems
can,
like there should be a post holding a beam up.
you can decide.
Okay, we decide yes. There's a post.
This got to be a support beam.
Okay, you are inside of you are inside a sturdy cottage or lodge made of material that is common in the area. The floor of the lodging is 30 square feet per level, and the surface is level, clean, and dry. In all respects, the lodging resembles a normal cottage with a sturdy door, 2 or more shuttered windows, and a small fireplace. It has no heating or cooling, therefore it must be heated as a normal dwelling in extreme heat effects, so that's not really an issue right now.
I thought you just said it had a fireplace.
But you have to make the fire.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
that is the fire.
The chimney even is secured by a top grate of iron and a narrow flue. The inside of the shelter contains rude furnishings as desired by the spellcaster, up to 8 bunks, a trestle table and benches, as many as 4 chairs or 8 stools, and a writing desk. So, I don't see.
Yeah, Brad said there were bunks.
It says,
He's only 3 foot tall, right? I mean, he's a goblin. He's
no, this guy's, remember, he was a size larger than you guys. He was large. You guys are
Oh, he's a
medium-sized
really
creatures.
big guard.
He was large, which is how he was able to run through and like bump you guys out of the way.
Alright.
It resembles a normal cottage. So I'm going to say in a normal cottage this size, there would be things to hold up the roof.
Alright.
Well, this
What time is the biggest thing that holds up the roof?
All right, so that I'm going to say there are 3. Something this big has 3 center timbers. So you pick whichever one of them,
The biggest one will
and you tie him up, and then right after you tie him up, he wakes up, and he's looking around, not saying anything, but the look on his face, he appears to be frightened.
Alright. Can I do that religious thing I was talking about?
I don't remember. What is it?
About knowing the religions of the goblins?
You have religion as a non-weapon proficiency.
Yeah.
And what religion would you choose?
The goblin religions, like Muslim, whatever.
You would pick that over your own?
No. Oh, it's really, I thought it said any religion. It says knowing of religions and cultures and.
No, that would be so much knowledge that you would have to be an ancient world traveler to know all religions of the world.
Oh, I thought it was a general religious knowledge. Okay, I guess my
Well,
religion.
let's take it right out of here. A character with proficiency is familiar with the basic tenet of the major and minor faiths practiced in the campaign world. Observing an act of religious significance, a blessing of warriors before battle, for example, means the character understands the importance of the ritual without a proficiency check. Checks are required to understand the activities of unique or foreign religions.
That's what.
Additional character, blah, 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 blah. You
So
can spend
that
another
would
slot
be-
to expand a character's knowledge to include other religions, or can increase the level of detail and knowledge about the faiths already studied.
In that first line, it said, you know the tenets of all major religions, right?
Of the major and minor faiths practiced in the campaign world. Well, Goblin, that's
Is not one of them?
No.
That would be a unique one.
So I have to make a roll, a regular, would I make a regular proficiency roll, but know of the goblin religions and gods?
and out of another sentence, it's got know the common beliefs and cults of their homeland and the major faiths of neighboring regions. So, you know, I'm going to say you've heard of a couple of the goblin who they might venerate, but you don't know any of the holy rituals or sacrificial rites or even holy days.
Do I know what it looked like and a general description of it? God or
I would say a general description would be whatever you would think a god of the goblins would look like. I mean, you haven't studied it enough to know that Magubiet wears boots made of the skin of dead elves. You don't know that much knowledge. Unless you were to spend additional slots to attempt to know that. Now you can still make a roll. I will allow that depending on what it is you're trying to do.
just as, if I know the general look of the god, I know it meta-meddling, but this might look like.
Yeah, I don't even know what it looks like.
He's
So
just a goblin with flaming eyes. He's like 11 foot tall.
I mean, I would say roll a 30, and let's see what you come up with. You never know. You might get a great roll.
I don't want great.
12?
I don't know what a good roll
Okay.
30 for.
No, you always want low with checks, no matter what the check is.
Right.
So I'm going to say that what you think about what you know is what you think is what you know. So if you want to say that somehow you would have to have firsthand knowledge or have spent time talking to goblins to know what the goblin god would look like, and I don't see that. I don't see that kind of relationship between the Goblin Kingdom to the east and the Emerald Elves and your cosmopolitan city where you
I
were
draw
based.
myself to scribe, so I don't know if
Well, scribe is a different thing. That's just you're able to write and you're able to. So, if
that's a common job for a priest, is scribing and translating and
possibly,
writing, so I don't know.
but your non-weapon proficiencies are what you know
Yeah.
well.
Okay. All right.
That's why anybody can roll and somehow randomly know a bit of trivia. That's why I roll it on the third. So anyway, you may proceed however way you see fit. All I can say is the DM is not going to tell you you're sure you're correct.
All right. I want to talk to Bart. How do you sell the goblins?
Okay?
I'll ask Bart.
So he says, all right, we'll come back over here then. You guys walk away from them. He's like, yeah, what do you want?
Do you know some illusion spells?
Do I know illusion spells?
My question,
Yeah.
can we make this guy see an 11-foot, make me look like an 11-foot tall goblin with flaming eyes?
He's like, tell me more, why?
I want to convince this goblin we're unwilling agents for God Muglavet, I pronounce it correctly.
Mugla? Oh,
No, Muglavet. Muglavet.
is that what he does when he goes to the track?
Yeah.
Mug like that?
Anyway,
You know you say shit.
I want to convince him that we're the unwilling
Brad, if
agents.
you ever listen to this, you know you'd say shit like that.
Unwilling agent of his God who needs to cooperate with us wholeheartedly to help destroy this false demon their tribe is following.
You want to go to all that trouble? Why don't we let Muglev talk first? Or you can just try to talk to him first before we start breaking into the heavy artillery, so to speak. Then I go,
All right.
what's artillery? Ooh, whatever.
I don't know what artillery was. I'm an engineer.
Then you know there's no such thing as gunpowder on this world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Artillery.
Yeah. That doesn't mean you do know what ballistas, trebuchets, things like that are. So he says, let me research it. Let me see what I can find.
All right.
I can always charm him too.
That's all right. I don't know.
It's just a stupid goblin.
So the plan.
But why don't you try whatever first? Or what one of the other guys might have an idea. Maybe they can just trick him. He can't be that smart.
All right. Let's go back to Gavin. Let's find out what he knows.
Okay.
I don't speak Goblin, so
All right.
that's on you,
Does
buddy.
anyone, now with Bart, with his charm, if the goblin is charmed, is he only charmed the person that charmed him, or is he just
Hold on.
overall more
Who are you
courageous?
asking?
The DM.
The player's asking the dungeon master what?
Is when you charm a creature, is he only charmed to the person that casts the spell, or is he just in general more cooperative to everyone
I
else?
can't answer that.
I just don't know. Charm
I
spell.
can't answer that.
Alright. Alright. Bart.
You see him looking through this big book. He's like, what?
If you do charm this goblin, will he be cooperative to everybody or just you?
Well, I can suggest stuff. It depends on how much the suggestion of the charm goes against the basic nature of whatever it is I'm trying to charm. So if I was to just tell this goblin we're friends and the spell works on him, that should probably last for as long as the spell lasts. And my spell's going to last a long time. I mean, almost all day.
Let's make him more friendly. I don't want to work that hard.
I don't think so. Not this much.
Now, as far as making you look like something else, no, I could not. The only way I could do that is to polymorph you, and that there's a chance that you could die or actually think you are the creature that I polymorphed you into. And I don't suggest that.
Those are not those actions.
But it can be done.
Now, we'll just go with the charm. The charm idea.
Okay, so Art says, well, I didn't study suggestion, so I gotta cast something and then memorize that. I can't just cast like I want, like you priests.
Perhaps
So
before.
that means I can't suggest anything today.
Alright, well, then we'll
Perhaps before Bart goes and tries casting anything, we can try talking to the Goblin King just as it is.
All right. Well, if he's anyway as much cooperative as the last one, I thought a little help might be in order. Let's go talk.
Bart says,
Vinny around?
absolutely.
Do we have any good stuff Vinny could blow in his face for a little?
That's not a bad idea. Oh, okay. That is that. That is a alteration. Okay. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can cast that will help you guys understand Goblin if you don't. I don't have that particular spell. I can understand it if I was to cast Comprehend Languages. Or there's another one called Tongues.
I feel like having just Pikeable and Mugweb, if understand it will be enough for now.
All right, so Mugdog's like, well, go ahead.
Hey, Betty. Betty's around, right? Betty's around. Why don't we give him some of the good stuff?
Sure, that wouldn't. That's more than he deserves, probably. Filthy Goblin. He looks over at Mugweb. Mugweb goes, whatever. All right. So Benny powers up a fatty. And he starts blowing it at the Goblin. And the Goblin... By the way, look at this cool dice bag that one of my players on Thursday made.
You just say us.
She's very crafty, apparently. If you ever want a really fancy dice bag, you can order one from
With the Griffin on.
I mean, it's certainly better than a Crown Royal bag, but you know, how fancy do you need?
Pretty sturdy.
It is, yeah.
See, here's my fancy bag.
Now, where did that come from? Who knows?
A little box.
That's a great store. I've been there a lot.
Who knows?
I'm going to who knows where. Okay. So the Goblin, let's roll to see what he does. Yeah, he's holding his breath. And then he just keeps, come on, you know you want to. The Goblin's like, what was that? Sucks in a big puff of smoke. Meanwhile, where are you guys while he's doing this?
I'm just standing there watching.
Stand there waiting for him to.
You're just standing there
Kick
watching,
it.
huh?
I'm
Wait.
sitting at the table.
So your back go farther away.
I mean, I'm watching what's going on, but I don't understand
Okay,
what
so
they're
you
doing.
guys that are just standing around watching, save versus breath weapon, but with a +6. And you're adding the 6 to your roll, and you want to roll high. This is a save on a 20.
This is 20. My 20's right.
That's 11, 6, 17. I have
But you should make it. So you were smart enough to back away from the cloud, is it?
1.
You rolled a 1?
Roll a 1.
No, for a save you went
Oh,
high.
I see. I thought size
And a 1 is an automatic failure. So guess what? You weren't paying attention. And now you're really not paying attention. Here we go. We're already starting. So you are becoming under the influence.
All right.
Big time. And I want you to roll me a straight Constitution check. You are a dwarf. So your dwarven bonus was figured into your saving throw, but you rolled a 1, so that couldn't help. But now roll me a Constitution check.
To the 20?
And here you want low.
Alright. Now roll 25.
Okay, so you made it. So you realize that you're under the influence, and you also do not feel anything but great.
Alright.
So any wounds that you might have had, you're just like.
I don't even know if I have even just.
I think you had 4 hit points after the battle, or left. So you hit for 6.
Okay, so I got beat up there.
Okay. So eventually, the goblin has to say, "That's a failure." All right. So then he starts to get this weird sneer. One of his little teeth is sticking out, and he's like,
All right, well,
in Goblin, he says, "What's happening?"
oh, nothing, pal. I'm just here to chat.
Hey, is there any way you could loosen these bonds? This hurts my wrist.
Oh, a little bit. We'll take you back home even.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we'll take you right back to your hut. We just wanted to talk.
You got any food?
What do you eat? What do you like to eat?
I'll eat anything. How about a dead raccoon?
Well, we're fresh on the raccoons. What do we have? We got some. Well, I'm sure we got some salted pork around here.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll eat it.
Let's let him have a piece of salted pork. Somebody grab this our guest here something to chew on.
I look around the house.
It said produce some food, and that's a pretty common banquet item.
Great. He's having a good old time. No, it doesn't provide food.
I thought it said more the spell description.
It contains rude furnishings up to, so it's furniture, furnishings.
What time of day is it?
It's closer to midday. Muglet says, I'll give him some of my rations.
Once I hear of food, I'm just gonna hunt into the woods for find something.
You're gonna leave the shelter.
Yeah, I'd say I'm gonna go try to find some food. I'm gonna go hunting. I'll be back in bed.
Well, I'm gonna ask my goblin pal about his friends and where they went and how far up are they? How far off is it go?
What friends?
Oh, the other friends with the dragon.
Put them in my radar. I don't have any friends. All I have are servants.
Where did you send your charge?
Well, they went with the dragon was here and summoned some kind of weird creature. It was big. And he told all of the warriors to follow it. And they did. And they never came back. We just been waiting on them.
What's the top of a plan?
Plan?
Plan? Were they attacking somebody? Are they after a certain person or a town or thing?
This is what I'm missing, eh?
Hey, we just started.
Oh, really?
You're interrogating the
Awesome.
Goblin
Oh,
Chief.
let me go and get all ready. Okay.
Go ahead, hurry up.
Take your time, hurry up.
Go on, take your time, but go fast. Take your time, but you're trying to slide as you go.
All right. He says, let me see. He says, I seem to remember him talking about,
Okay. So wait, what happened? So then what happened while I was gone?
Me and my
you're just
brother,
interrogating the
me and my
last
brother
game,
friend
you guys captured the
I
goblin.
know. Good. And then any information, any important information?
Not yet, that's what he's getting right now.
The Goblin King is currently hiding.
also, we had the girl time.
Penny?
Why don't you move one chair down?
Don't want me cheating.
There's not much you can cheat off. Okay, I seem to remember him talking about, oh, it's hard to remember, I'm like so hungry right now. Talking about a portal, or a bunch of portals, and there's a rush to get his minions through the portal before it gets closed. Huh?
Whose minions?
Dragon.
Okay.
So, how many people you got? You look like an important man. You must have an army.
He says, don't call me man.
Well,
That's disgusting.
Alright then.
you're an important chief. How many? You must have a score of men. How many men did you have?
Oh,
Or did they all die?
I was in charge of the whole village.
What happened to
If
them?
they didn't do what I told them to do, I thumped them good.
And the side? What's the
Like
side?
this one.
Yeah, he's a character.
He would be doing my bidding immediately.
Well, tell this man. Tell him to do something.
You know, I was in your camp once.
Really, that's how memorable you were, huh?
Eh,
You must have been able to stay away from my prying eyes. Uh-oh, I hear another one.
gotta be talented. You'd have to be talented to keep out of these, right?
What are you doing? Okay.
You will be the Goblin King for today?
Here, look, you're up there, see?
Yeah.
There he is.
I was wondering what that truck was. I was wondering what that truck was outside. And I'm like, oh, it must be yours.
No,
Oh, really? Whose truck is it? Oh. I'm like, I didn't know you guys were playing games.
I told my minions what to do and they did it. And if they didn't do it, I slapped them and I beat them. I had all those goblin females at my beck and call,
we saw that. You're quite a virile chief.
but the dragon was too strong, so I was just waiting for my chance to overthrow him. And then he left, and so he must have figured out how powerful I was.
Maybe
Nah,
we can help.
or maybe he moved on to bigger trucks.
You are a speck of dust. You got any more of that, what'd you call them, rations?
What? Oh, I have recognition. What, do you want some?
Yeah, Betty, or that elf over there is giving me poisonous smoke and makes me hungry.
Oh, it's not poisonous. It just makes it just weird.
Okay, big brain, just give me some food. It's like, and it's falling down, and now he's got food and
So,
jam all over his
How many
face.
awards did he take with you? Take with him.
Almost all of them. I don't know how to count. He's like, whatever number there is.
I hope you know that Goblin Tech books that you sent probably will not be coming.
I didn't send them, okay? They were ordered by the dragon.
Oh, not gonna come back.
Who would like to help you get rid of this dragon, which is a demon?
Possibly. We don't really know that yet.
Oh, we don't know that.
I don't know. It was weird.
All right, well, we can help you get rid of this dragon.
Or demon. Whatever.
Really? How?
We've got powerful magics.
Because
Yeah, show me.
we have another party looking into the matter. You and
I don't know what you're talking about.
you have another group of people like
I'm
us.
starting to get sleepy. This room is spinning.
Fanny, what did you give him this time?
Kelp's got his leather tools out.
Fanny, what did you give him?
Some of the stuff to make him a little more agreeable. You ought to try this.
So let's do it him right now. I don't think he.
He's like, so they're gone. Well, that's just more of the females for me. And I was having a good time till you showed up.
You can go back once we're done. As long as you don't,
Well, what else do you need from me?
I don't know. What do we want to do?
Are they supposed to be returning? And where did the other little goblin runner go? The one that came and told you of our presence?
That's weird because I seem to remember I was doing some stuff in my fantastic home, and one of my subjects did run in there, but then he ran out the back, and then all of a sudden you guys were there. I just figured he was wanting to look and see what was going on.
What's in the back?
Did you command him to go anywhere?
What?
Did you command him to go anywhere?
He didn't. I didn't have time. I was too busy with several females. You probably noticed that, because that's the kind of Goblin Chief I am. I am the biggest. I am the biggest and strongest.
House of
Oh yeah.
So the guy thought,
Go get it! Go get it! Like, come back!
he said the dragon took all his men, he doesn't count, so, to a portal before it closed. I don't know anything about portals.
Yeah. Whatever you can get out of him, and then I guess we'll let him go.
So where do we go next then?
You know what direction these portals are in?
No.
You know what direction they went.
He mentioned he said something about like go get it.
Go get it.
That's all I remember. They're
Go
going.
get it.
They're going to go get it. And I didn't dare ask what they were talking about.
I understand that word, and I say it's probably Gomen, the town that they
Or maybe
raided.
they were
Do I know what
just
Goblin is? It's a local area, it's a local town, it's
Nothing you've heard of.
nothing over
Is there any way you
It's a town on the coast that was attacked, and that's where we heard they saw the dragon, and that's what led us here.
Is there any other way you could help us?
No,
Maybe
portable, the portal must be in Gomet. So we're not like,
If it's anything like the portals we've used before, that Urgle's Amzix was responsible for, they close after you go through them, and then,
like our
yeah, they don't stick around.
no,
It's too bad we can't talk to those other people that were helping the Gomen citizens. That sounds like they might have seen
not the other guy.
more of Blacktown.
well, I don't see our friend telling us. much more useful information.
So what do we do?
Cut him loose. Tell him to get the heck out of here.
But there it
Alright then. You
Man, it's been fun hanging out with you, but I think you deserve to lie up with your women for the rest of the afternoon.
Hey, you know what? If you,
just keep us posted in case anything weird happens. Or the dragon comes back.
keep me posted, you mean like,
Tell us if anything happens.
how am I supposed to tell you anything?
Okay, maybe we'll put back every so Wait, anyway. Wait, what about this? Where's the pen on
Are you asking something?
it? Would that stick already be used?
What's the?
The one that I used to like tell Bart when you need to come here because I had important information.
Yes, you used it.
Alright. So,
Got the Goblin Chief says, I think if you let me go, I think everything will be just fine.
I'm gonna go on.
You shouldn't have to do anything. Hey. Oh, now you did it. You shouldn't have to worry about us. All our goblin warriors will come back, and I really don't know what to tell you. I'm so confused.
Did you have a complement of ward riders with bugbears?
No. I don't even know what those are. For sure we didn't.
Well,
We're just out here trying to make our way.
well,
You
you.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Just let whoever wants walk through our woods?
No, you've given us all.
That's not right.
You've given us all the information.
They gotta be taught a lesson.
So,
And besides, hey, there's nothing like the good eating of whatever comes through. It all fits in a pot of stew, right?
Well, is the portal still open?
Did you see a portal whenever you guys attacked me?
No, is our portal still open?
no.
I don't know how these work.
It's not open.
Oh, this is a one time a day thing? Is this
We have to close ourselves when we close it.
A portal's work. We can do it 10 times, we won't, but once everyone is through it.
Well, actually, no, we still have to close it. Actually, no, it's whenever we put away the swords, that's when I come here.
So we can easily open up the portal with this man back to his thing and
Yeah.
Yes.
get on his way. Alright, let's open the portal and
Good idea when Leo gets back. We'll
Wait, we're
take
still.
care of that.
Alright, then you've given us all the information we need.
Look at that, Leo, roll me a 12.
Don't make me.
Wow.
No.
I got it.
8? Okay. Now roll me a 20. Leo. Jack, Gentle. I got 14.
And my hunting is up 13.
Okay.
Good on, sir.
So you're out and about, and you don't see any decent-sized game at the time that you're out. There's all kinds of smaller things,
Well,
like birds and.
wait, did we
We
just
used it to tie him up.
yes, we made use of the rope, man. Don't worry.
want my rope back? That rope is coming so much useful.
That's right.
Well, I guess I make my way back to the.
Oh, then he's got the other half.
You have given us as much information as we need, and we're gonna let you go. Just don't make us regret that. Or come back. Or have to come back to you.
He's starting to like nod off a little bit. You guys are talking amongst yourselves in whatever language you're speaking.
I'm speaking.
And yeah, but you're not speaking to him in anything but either elf or southern tongue. And the goblin starts to he mumbles.
It's
He's
sleep
like,
or not.
he's like, I really hope when I get back, all my warriors are back, so we can just come back and kill you and eat you guys. And he's like, his head slumped over.
Looks like I know what we got to do.
Well, we don't have to stay here. You know what? We did just steal their chieftain. They're probably gonna try to do it. Wouldn't you, Kyle? Try to go.
They don't know how to get here, so when Leo gets in, make a portal, shove him through there back to his place, he won't know exactly where we're at.
And then we can probably just teleport just in case they do.
This house is gonna disappear soon anyway, I would imagine.
So where are we gonna go?
Go a minute. How much longer would you say until I reach the house?
That's
That's up to you. It depends on how long you want to stay out looking.
we could
Well, it's about an hour.
like get in the woods around their village
I'm gonna try.
and lay in wait and survey and see if these other contingent comes back with the dragon.
They probably won't.
To the portals.
I think that blackout or whatever that is probably done with the goblins.
And you had some information on that battle, didn't you see?
I was there.
Okay, so did the goblins get wiped out?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so he probably don't have his army coming back.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I know.
So I'm gonna tie the Goblin King while we just because I like that.
Well, wait till we can send him back before you go cutting him loose. You'll get your rope. Yeah, I
Good
know.
stuff.
He's resilient.
Okay? So eventually Leo comes back.
Now can I tie him?
Yeah.
All right.
Did I say? Well, did you guys figure out any information?
Yep. They went Skull Minute. His army's wiped out. I wish I knew this before I started asking all these questions.
And I believe for a minute was the
We've been
what's it
there.
called the doorway
Yep.
on the wall.
Yep, all those magic portals.
They were going before the doorways closed, so whether they got there on time or not, I don't know.
I'm gonna tie him now. So that we know when we're ready to send him back.
Let's get this man on his way back home.
I pull up a sword. I hold it out and I say, I pray this world's portal shall open to the goblins.
And the portal goes poof. Amazing.
Alright, can we
Shove him
How
through it.
heavy is he?
I help them shove the
Okay?
alright.
Yeah, he's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your weight adjustment on your
Weight?
thing?
35.
What's yours?
45.
Yeah, he's heavier than that.
Yeah, you guys
Ah,
gonna have to help.
Okay, so
This fat is sloshing
Skell
over.
comes over, and what's your weight adjustment?
110.
Okay. So
Speaking of
pretty,
strength,
you're like, you could drag him, but but even with the three of you, you're
We
having
need
trouble
more
picking
help.
him up.
We're gonna need some more help.
wouldn't drag him. That's fine.
I'll call on Morgan for some strength, which is strength of stone.
You're gonna cast a spell, are you?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay.
That's what I got him for.
And
Is there?
That's what the army does.
I don't know if there's a concordance to that though, so I better check.
strength of stone. Okay. Verbal somatic. The material components are a chip of granite and a hair from a giant.
Well, I don't think I have those two in my pocket.
You
That's how we go.
What type of
Yeah, we can get
I'll go through.
arm hair,
What is-
back hair?
Do we have a lever?
Well,
Any old pole will do. Anybody got a spear, we'll just roll his fat ass with a lever. I'm going to dwarven engineering on through this hole.
I've got a spear. I can push him with the blunt end.
that's not gonna, probably gonna help.
Got your lever money.
You, what's your strength level? What's your, weight
14.
allowance?
So it's 55.
How did we get
So
through in the
if
first
all of
place?
you take part, it's like it gets distributed and then you can,
Heave ho and
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
his ass through the portal.
Yeah, how will we be able to get him through the first place then?
I got him,
Does he have to make a check to see if he like gets?
He's asleep.
I'm sure.
He's
I'm sure
asleep. He'll
it's-
throw up if he wakes up.
He's unconscious, but if you want to keep portal open and wait,
You're just gonna watch.
so you go ahead and sheathe the sword and the portal goes.
So he went through.
So we didn't get a whole lot from him. He didn't seem to know a plan that the dragon had a plan or an objective or.
He doesn't know anything. The dragon took his people. He wasn't cooperative with the dragon.
He's pretty much just a pawn.
He will come back and eat us if he gets a chance.
Yeah.
With no army.
With no army.
I think we're okay from that, Brett.
Honestly, the Blitzkrieg's are probably gonna come back up. Have you seen how many witches he got?
I saw I'd roll up my leatherworking kit, put away my little project I was working on, and stuff it in my duffel.
Lodi comes over to you and he shows you his arm and it's got a cut on it.
Wow, where'd you get that?
He glares at you.
I'll salve it and bind it up. Yeah, don't listen to
What
him.
did I do?
He doesn't know we
I
got
don't-
to fight,
Oh,
I
really?
guess.
That's it.
I don't know where he was.
All right. All right, that thing.
It's Logan critically injured. I wasn't there, so I don't know who that's there.
It's been a while.
Nobody was critically injured.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I just used my healing.
They have taken a couple. I've taken a couple hits to the head last week. I really have.
Anybody
Jim Clancy's
more
intense.
injured than I am, so I'm not going to waste my healing spell on myself.
Oh, he's not doing too bad. I assessed the cut on his arm and I put a bandage on it. Some salve.
I'm barely injured. I'm fine. Before we go, you were going to say that part. Before we go looking for the dragon, should we have some way to, if needed, contain the soul of Ergel Zamzix, whatever? What about that amulet that we had gotten from him before? Doesn't Gil have that?
I don't remember.
Pretty sure Gil did.
I'm trying to think what happened.
You said we did need a way to, this is Cal speaking to Bart. You said we needed a way to try and weaken Ergel Zamzix so that Blackout would have a fighting chance when we get the opportunity to body. I don't know if that would help or not.
We would need a way to get Blackout's strength up
Right.
and
Strengthen Blackout and weaken the demon so that he would have a better chance of overtaking him, right?
yes.
I thought that's what you said.
I wonder if we could get a way to maybe like resist the dread magic thing.
I'm not familiar with it.
Remember how
Dread
he like makes you lose hope if you're around him.
Oh, yeah.
You might want to.
Pareko was able to help us with that a little bit.
Yeah, but it,
Pardon
only
me
two of
for a
us
moment.
Only two of us kind of.
What's up, B? Till 4, right? Play till 4?
No, 5.
Oh, 5. Yeah, play till 5. Oh, cool, man. We'll see you in what, 10, 15, or?
How far are we from Raven's Bluff?
Oh, all right. We'll see you then, man.
Well, you know that you were just on the opposite side here, right? Doing your prospecting.
All right.
That's when they captured you. And you know that maybe it was a day's travel, so you can't be that far away.
I have no idea.
I didn't teach myself particle magic, I'm assuming.
Huh?
You don't learn particle magic just by the blue, so am I part of a circle of clerics?
You are a craft priest.
Yeah.
So craft priests.
Pretty well, they're loners, but you know.
Bard is on the way.
Oh.
Although you frequently will have a temple and a stronghold, they usually preside over a shrine or chapel in the workshops where their craft is practiced. Craft priests are more concerned with their crafts than with the welfare of fellow dwarves. They will seek out the finest raw materials and are often engaged in expeditions to discover new mines or found new strongholds. Rarely tied to a central temple, they are free to go where they please.
Alright, so if I was
So,
How many gods are there exactly?
Too many to discuss.
you certainly would have been, you would have went through the, whatever the cleric school would be called, but then once you're out, you're out.
but it would be in the region with that, well, I have some
Would you care
clerical
to-
contacts.
At Raven.
That would take a while.
Yeah, if you want to get.
That would be
an idea,
something
though.
for your background.
Hey, I got my own over here, man. I got
Quick question to DM. That dread magic he's talking about, where Earl's Hands, it's like, may lose all hope.
Oh, except for me.
Would that count as a charm-related spell?
No, it was magic. I think it was
Does Dungeon
spell. It was
Master
spells.
Not answer that question.
It was spells. That's what happened.
How would your character know anything about that?
I wouldn't.
You might,
I,
because you have spellcraft and you were raised
it was a spell.
with
Well,
a
then-
wizard.
I will ask Mugla. Hey, Mugla, do you know if, like, what kind of spell that dread magic is?
It was.
Really,
I think it was a spell.
Is it like
Like,
like Bart has spells that can charm enemies to do things? Would that kind of be around the same thing as the charm-related spell?
I guess.
Roll spellcraft.
What's that one again?
It's on your non-weapon proficiency. Let's look at your
die?
first
Which
sheet.
die?
D20. What roll? This is yeah.
So I gotta get.
That's why I'm.
So I roll a
guessing
d20.
Yep. What'd you roll?
It says 8 on my spell card.
Okay.
High or low?
Low.
No.
Then you failed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I think it would be. It probably would be a charm though.
Bart, do you have, it says you possess significant knowledge about spellcasting.
Like
So,
charm, like the charm affects how you think, and so does that dread magic. So you would think it's a red. I would think so.
I will ask.
Bart says that's correct.
I'll ask Bart the same thing. Do you know if it's charm?
Demons don't really cast spells. They have abilities they can use whenever they want without
So it's like
any kind of, they can do it if they're tied up, they
So
can
it's
do
just
it
passive.
even if they're hit by a weapon, and like, let's say I was casting a spell and I got hit and the spell fizzled, you can hit them all day long and they still get to use their.
oh,
So
so
I
it's
wouldn't imagine
just
that
a
it's a
rage.
charming spell because you guys said that you all felt it. And most of you are elves.
Well,
where
charm affects anything. It just affects how you would think.
we were on his world, weren't we? I know that can change the properties of any spells or abilities of all kinds of things.
I
The
don't know a
planes
whole lot about
planes-
the different planes.
have different laws of
So what we're used
reality.
to here,
Like that blue sky where Pareko lives.
Well,
Who knows what that was?
going back to how Pareko
No, not
helped
blue
us.
sky. What? It was a different color.
It was like
Whatever.
oh,
Is it-
we're chasing blue sky. Queensryche, yeah, no.
I know some of them, just not that.
When Pareko helped us, he just gave us a ring that would resist mind control. Not from the dread magic. So
I
we
don't.
might-
I don't remember us losing hope though.
I.
Any time.
Oh, you did. So remember how we had to dig that thing out of Benny's and then,
Right. 'Cause
and that thing came out
we had to
and
keep telling Benny like this. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't really want to.
Squirrel!
It's pointless.
remember his
Well,
squirrel.
Skelp doesn't know that. But I remember you guys talking about it. You said you were all feeling real dejected.
And his pet came out and flew up.
As we were fighting those Anzics, every now and then people would just lose all hope and they'd have to try to.
It happened when he first.
Shake
It happened when he first appeared. I was pretty much the only one who resisted.
It was almost like if you made like eye contact with him,
Well, I could
it would just fill you with
Despair.
despair. Yeah.
I have to go back and re-listen. 'Cause
No.
I don't remember it.
That's seriously what happened. I remember it. I remember how Benny's squirrel came out and exploded.
No.
that
I don't remember
that happened.
I think.
A squirrel came out of Benny's coat and just looked at it and blew up.
What?
As Benny was looking through his cloak to find something.
No, that was you. You were looking.
Yeah, I was trying to get something out of Benny's cloak, and I pulled out a squirrel, and the squirrel looked up at him and was so filled
with
with
spear and
dread,
it blew up.
just exploded.
God, who's the dungeon master that would do that?
That's so bad.
Oh, now he's going essential. I didn't realize that. Well, we need to find a better DM than whoever that guy was.
Told him that cow.
No, that's awful.
God's evil twin that day.
It was Box 73.
No, it was Bob.
All right.
Just Bob.
I don't live too far from here. I live in Ravensbluff, and there are some clerics, and there's larger clerics circles in town. And once I was great friends with them. If we need something known about demons, that might be the place to go.
And if that doesn't work, we could go and visit Borrego.
I'd still like to go visit Gil because I do believe he has the Earl Namesix
Oh, yeah.
amulet that was once holding Blackout's soul.
Wait, we need rings for these two still.
That's right. Everyone else that was in the party had the ring of mind control. You can't have that.
I still have it. I still got it, and so do you. So does Gil as well. Don't Benny?
Gil, Eowyn,
Yeah, Benny and Lodi have it, right?
Benny, Lily,
So there's some finely crafted rings.
Borrego's and Benny.
No, we'll have one.
That's right. No. Where am I?
Here, he flew off, didn't
He just kind of showed up. He's like that.
he?
I remember what happened.
I imagine he stayed with.
Would you like to roll a
Oh.
intelligence check?
What
Do you
do I roll?
remember?
What do I roll for that?
Sure. why
Hold
not?
on, one at a time.
30.
Yeah.
One low. On intelligence. 4.
Bam. Drop it. Drop the mic. Drop the dice.
Now he's got it.
I just want to make sure I have the correct thing here.
You should know. You listen to all the games. Wait.
I'm
Too much information for one person.
You think you remember the squirrel blowing up?
I don't have
winging
enough
it.
time to.
Oh, it was more like, it was really short though. It was really short when that happened. Oh yeah, and then Ben, I think Dave accidentally left. It was stupid and then told Benny about it. That's my love. Do the sign up.
All right. Well, your roll was low enough to where it didn't matter what it was against. So he said he was going back home to go through the portal that his people helped create for the Greystone Elf that settled up there. So when the ancient elf feels the call, they go to the Undying Lands, and that's where he's going.
Oh,
Portal,
yeah. He went back to his house, to his home, because of this portal. And I told him, you guys do what he just said.
Do you think we ought to go and get him?
I don't think. Well,
Or should we leave him to
I say if the need arises, we'll seek him out, but until then.
Perhaps we could lie in wait in the woods. We're mostly elves here. We can kind of disappear, but
Also, can I?
to watch over the camp and see if the dragon does return. You know, for a prescribed amount of time, we could wait, and then if that doesn't bear any fruit,
Well, if the dragon is Urgo's Anzix, then the dread magic would kick in. So I think the first plan would be to get the mind control rings and then possibly try to find a way around the dread magic.
Well, if the dread magic was effective because we were on his plane of existence,
It
perhaps-
happened whenever he came down back in over a minute. Yeah, it affected the party there too. However, I wasn't there in the time where the drag magic took over everyone. But I did find them all pretty much on the ground in fear.
Still travel to go a minute to find out where these. Do we know? Do they?
we actually
we go
came
any
from
further?
Go Minute to here.
Yeah, we visited them already. They're off doing something with dwarves.
But the demon went to go a minute with the goblins, correct?
Right.
The
And we were there after that, and that's when he had seen him. He actually saw the event going on.
Yeah. I didn't see exactly what happened though. I was trying to climb down the wall to get there in time. But I already did a pretty good story.
So yeah,
And what happened to the dragon?
It went through a portal.
and that's why we
This
came
portal.
looking for this goblin camp, because he
And then
knew
we found
that's
you.
where they came from.
Uh.
This is his tribe. So I think the Pareko idea is pretty good. If this demon is going to put us all into deep despair and not want to fight against him, then we should have
You know,
some protection against
We
it.
don't even know if he has mind control though, but it's always a good idea. It's always a good thing to be using mind control.
we should definitely go to see Franco about getting mind control rings for two.
And also ask him if there's any way around the red magic. If not, maybe we could visit some big temples and see if they have anything.
And that's what he suggested.
Mhm.
There's a temple near here, what, a day away, or?
Well, we can do it in
So
seconds.
yeah, a couple days. I guess I'd be a couple days away. Maybe a couple days from Ravensbluff.
So we can do it in seconds though. With our
Oh, good thing
If
I've
you've
got an
been
empty
there.
stomach.
Don't worry, you get used to it. Alright, so
Where should we head
I'm gonna-
first?
we're gonna go with break.
Your farm or Seagull?
I think Prego would be the first try. Just in case anything strange happens.
Bart, do you have any input on this? It would be real fun.
Mark, okay?
You could wait here if you're busy, and then we'll be back.
Oh yeah, he has a microphone too. Sounds Elon.
He says, I'm okay with Pareko. I'm okay with going to the city of Ravensbluff. It's not my favorite place, but I do like the idea of getting Gil.
Ooh,
And even if he doesn't want to go, maybe we can
Get the
get the ring.
I need
well,
to have
he
proper
can
weapons
keep his
anyway.
ring, just in case.
Well,
What if Pareko doesn't have any more?
Then we can go.
well, let's go see Pareko first.
We could also go and find Elon to get his ring.
Ewan's not going to want to do anything with saving the dragon. He's made that clear.
No, we don't even know if it is the dragon.
Ewan and I did not meet on
But you don't understand. If we're going to get Gil to get the stone to try to help Blackout, I think we already figured out that the demon took Blackout's body.
Yeah.
Alright, So, whatever.
Blackouts in the stone.
We don't.
No, he goes black ops in this.
He's got a gem of some kind.
It's a black.
The soldier.
Scale.
Phylactery. That was it.
It's a scale of a dragon that's kind of filled out.
Oh, God.
I woke up on the wrong side of the cot.
Yeah, but now,
Well, let's go.
hey, you might find some riches on your way. Last time we found a throne made of solid gold.
I got a gem.
Where is?
Back in the demon.
Yeah.
Back in the
It's in
demon.
hell.
Yeah.
I got this one.
Hell.
Gem also.
Yeah, there you go. I thought we got a gem.
The dwarf would have loaded that on his back.
If you find it again, you can have that as
We go to hell and we see that golden drum. Maybe there'll be that little turtle.
the turtle.
Anyway.
You missed that.
Okay, well.
I pull out,
Real.
Just say Mitch McConnell.
I pull out my sword and I say, let's make a portal to break up there. So by Krako's will, this portal shall open to Krako's there.
And follow them through.
The portal opens, and in it you see off in the distance, an upside down pyramid.
There you go.
Why you guys always put it so far away?
I said Krako's lair. Huh? I didn't say Krako's his plane of existence. I said lair. Why is the portal open? DM.
Oh, you want me to tell you that?
Mine. Oh, probably something interesting happened there.
All right, let's go through.
Story reasons.
I follow them.
This
Through.
portal's effective.
Go through the damn portal, grab my hammers and
Whatever.
hammer my damn ball and chain.
All right. Make a Constitution check, but at +2 to your target number.
Everyone?
We don't do.
No,
No.
just him.
Okay.
We got used to it.
I
What about
have
him? He's new.
7,
+2.
9.
No, you're adding 2 to your target number.
What about
That's your
Brother
Constitution.
Kel? Should we do it?
Oh, then I made it.
Yeah, I guess you should.
Oh, should I? Okay.
My target would be 14, right? +2. Target would be 16.
Yes.
Alright, then I'm good.
Hey, luckily-
I keep my breakfast down.
Okay, no medicine.
I roll a 1.
Yeah.
That's about as good as you can roll on.
You lose your weapon in the portal.
You walk through the portal and you feel easy.
He walks
Yeah.
out of the portal and he
It's
goes
like-
like,
I'm full.
says you lose your weapon.
All your meals from your life come back to you. In one day.
All right, I make my way towards the upside down.
That is odd.
That is magic.
Well, I'm sure Branko wouldn't want portals just opening.
That's the last time I smoked no damn elf weed.
And the witch is starting to wear off, by the way.
And in Kate, I don't know if he's familiar with Parako's area, but
Yeah, did we get you there?
you might
Oh,
want to
yeah.
describe what he's seeing.
Yeah, you're gonna see a goblin about half my height there,
You sure this is my war off?
and he's also got weapons. He has an entire armory there if he needs anything.
So I see an upside down pyramid.
He's got an armory, he can enchant weapons.
And he's an old war wizard.
And if you see a tiny little, like, half-sized town, it's not the weed, it's actually there.
His name is Metro.
It's not.
He's my grandfather.
Oh, that's nothing. Right, so I guess it's a trippy region. I'm assuming.
This is a new dimension.
You remember what color the sky was?
No.
I think it's a different color sky.
That's what I was thinking.
I believe it was like
I thought everything was
orange.
normal. Wasn't there like just a big forest and everything and just a bunch of grass?
It's you're on tall grasses everywhere.
Who looks at the sky?
Everyone.
There we go. That's what we wanted.
Dang!
I look
Sorry, I
at
meant to get it closer to
What do
you.
they
the
get?
sky to see what the color is.
You got a 20. You got a natural 20.
It's the correct color. I just don't remember what the color is.
I
It's
believe
not
it was
really-
like a pinkish orange.
Does it really matter though?
Let's get to
Well,
this.
it matters because it's gonna. People that haven't been there, they're gonna be like, what? Like those two.
I'm finding it strange, but following these guys who've been here before.
All right, and Piper roll me a 12.
Well, 7.
All right. So you set off. Everyone sets off, walking towards the upside down pyramid.
Did Bart, Benny, Lodi, everybody go?
Yes. All right.
Tom.
So you trudge up there to the, and you're standing right next to it. And it's at a point right on the ground, and it slowly goes up.
Think
And
of a
it's
metal
it's
pyramid.
four-sided.
Think of a metal Egyptian pyramid that's upside down. And that's it. And that's
It
it.
appears to be made of some kind of stone.
I thought it was like a metal.
I didn't think you were right. I wasn't here.
I thought it was a metal. Like
Uh,
a dark black iron. Something like that.
I seem to remember it being a polished black stone.
Yeah, that stuff.
Okay.
Whatever.
So there you're standing there, and there's nothing going on. It's like there's a light breeze and winds.
I'm
Or
gonna open
the grass is kind of
it. I'm gonna open it.
doing this. How?
And just go. Didn't I know where the entrance is?
Where's the damn
Sure.
door?
I'm gonna go to the entrance.
And then what?
I'm gonna open it.
Remember how?
No. But I'm gone now. I haven't done it.
You can make me an intelligence roll to see if you remember.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna kind of look up and go,
We normally go in.
"Hey, Pareko, can you let us in?"
What'd you roll?
Out of my intelligence, I want low, right?
Yes.
So I got 9.
Is that less than your intelligence?
Yes.
All right.
Which is 10.
You remember you just touched it.
Yeah.
All right. So you touch it, and pieces start to kind of move away in random
Oh,
directions
magically.
until there's a door there.
Very.
Never mind. And I make my way.
I'm gonna go in.
All right. Is anyone not going?
I'll go.
It's a little
I'm bringing
cramped
up.
at first.
I'm bringing up the rear. I'm following it.
The elevator was on the top. Comes
Kinda
down and
gotta-
crushes you.
You kind of got to go in and go up a few steps before it gets to this flat, kind of square.
Elevator. That's really what it is.
I step on the big flat square and I say, "Come on."
So the other guys go up there. Oh,
Oh,
here.
No, that's the drama.
Talk about Pareko's will.
Jokes.
Anytime
That
you
on a
sit in the
t-shirt.
elevator, huh?
All right.
By Perico's
And then
will.
once you all are on there, you feel yourself going up at a high rate of speed.
Oh, that's the.
Until you
Slide whistle. That's it.
reach some type of height, you're not sure where, but it lifts you up into this gigantic open space that's like 500 feet by 500 feet. And you're right kind of in the middle. And just like they said, you see a miniature version of Mugweb standing there wearing these nice clothes. And he's like, "Grandson,
Hey.
come closer so I may bless you."
Do I have to?
He slaps you.
Hello, Metroid.
Not again.
"Hello, fellow adventurers.
Why don't you
I remember
bless him?
all of you.
You gotta bless him.
Why should I?
Down.
He doesn't deserve my blessing. You do. Have you been representing our family well?
I took a trip back to the Blitzkrieg tribe.
Why would you do that?
Reasons. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about
Of
it.
course, I didn't want to know what they were.
All will be explained once we find Pareko.
Yeah, we're gonna tell you about it.
And before I walk away, I say, and by the way, this is Brother Kelp and Pipa.
greetings.
Well met.
Greetings to both of you, and then he looks at you and he's like, "Phew, you need a bath."
Yes, I do.
Where is Pareko?
He wanted to make sure you all were who you said you were. So I need you all to hold still while I cast a spell.
Might something happen?
I will do so.
Something always happens.
Yeah.
Just listen.
You,
You think this?
go over there with him.
I'm already with you now.
What's happening, Bart?
So you see him raise his hand, and traces up. magical thing in the air,
Oh, you can do this.
envelops all of you,
I screamed with thorns.
and the spell, do any of you attempt to have the spell not do what it's designed to do?
Can I
I
like have? Can I
relax
see?
my
Can
mind and body and let the magic.
I try and see what it is?
You can roll spellcraft, but he described what it was already.
Okay, so, advantage.
What it? What was it?
Do you allow the spell to affect you?
What the hell?
Okay.
Well, it might.
Must
Well,
be
we don't know
dwarf
if he's
if he
lying or
affected
not.
by a
Just
mind
want- I
spell.
just want to know.
All right, you know that he is casting the spell that he said he was casting.
All right. Then. So it's not
It's basically to detect the sky.
We're in Pareto's lair right now.
Hi, Brad.
Well, wait, wasn't he standing back to go?
Get that CV joint put in. All right.
It would only take me about 45 minutes if it wasn't a class. It's too easy not to hit.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to keep touch.
There's not room for two people's heads under the fucking fender well very easy either.
That's not the first to do it.
These things confuse me.
All right. So, he seems satisfied, and he says, "You may go to the comfortable area and await the
Living room?
master."
Thank you. And I will walk in behind us.
Benny and Lodi walk over there to the cushion, the couches and chairs and things. You go.
I do.
Okay.
Looks quite comfortable.
Oh, it's following.
I eyeball the small goblin in fancy clothes. Curly boot.
He's like walking, doing this kind of thing. Puffing his chest out.
I've not seen one quite like him.
He's only about 2 foot tall.
You were rare enough.
He's my grand
2 feet tall.
grandpa. So 2 rulers.
Man,
This is how tall he is.
that's short even compared to all of us.
Like how tall am I?
Brad, would you like to wash your hands and if you would?
Works come off one.
Hey, you're not at the work.
You guys interrogated, well, you were looking at your spell book.
we
The
interrogated.
others interrogated the Goblin Chief, and after getting what little information you could get out of them, you all decided to go seek Pareto's either advice or whatever. So that's why you're back here. And so after a while, a floating disc of wooden cups comes over, which appear to have some type of warm liquid in them. Then Metro grabs one and he says, "Go ahead,
Yummy.
I grab one.
you take one. You,
I certainly do.
you,
Yeah, I'll take one with
you,
I sniff it.
you. You do not.
He has a blizzard.
Benny and Lodi both do.
I wait for others to drink.
And Benny's like, "Ooh, what is this?"
Using my herbalism, I sniff,
Could use it
sip,
in
and try to determine what it is.
No.
He'd be knocked out immediately.
You are dead.
2 out of 10.
Okay. Apparently this is something brand new. You don't know what it is.
I've
It
never
is
had that.
apparently not of any regions to which you have traveled. But it smells like a fresh strawberry.
I sip again.
And it's got some kind of sweetness to it that you've never tasted before.
Sounds good.
Very nice.
And it's very smooth.
This is delicious,
And
Metro.
it-
Thank you.
It makes you feel like everything is well.
Say what is it?
He
I'll
says,
drink it.
I'm not sure. The master hasn't.
You're the only one now.
The master hasn't told me what's in it. He said that it's native. It's made up of some native plants here.
Could be working Biddy's sweet up with it.
Like Hold your tongue. My weed's great. If you would partake of it more often, you'd come to understand. This isn't bad.
Then maybe you could
I
use it in
fell
your,
from a tall tree after puffing one of his things.
maybe you could use it in your herbs.
Oh, there he is.
Make people calm down a little
He
bit more.
stands up, and you guys see the war wizard in his long, flowing blue robes and pointed shoulders, and who knows what assorted things that
Magic
the runes that line the cuffs and the collar on his robe actually mean. And he says, "Welcome back, my friends.
Hello.
Has it been, what, 2 days since I've seen you at the Rumpel Bucket?
Yeah.
I see we have a new
Yes. This is Brother Kelp, and that is Michael.
the scout with the Rumpel Bucket, or was it just the other?
I was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
I didn't
found,
remember Frankel being there, but pleased to see you again.
and I found Michael in a cage, in a goblin cage.
You did. Is there trouble brewing near our homeland?
We kind of solved. Well, I'm not solved.
We haven't solved anything.
Well, there are no more goblins.
Apparently, Blackout is still trapped in the phylactery that Bart holds.
Urgo Zamzik still lives.
What? How can this be?
The dragon.
He beat the
Blackout-
dragon out for the body.
Blackout was seen with goblins, and he transformed into Urgo Zamzik and went through a portal. He has not been seen.
How is Blackout still alive then?
I don't know.
His soul still exists inside the village. Still inside the phylactery.
Like last time.
And you have it.
Yeah.
May I see it?
No.
Because
For
he's
what
our
reason?
prince.
So maybe you could.
For what reason do you want to see it?
You could probably touch. You might be able to.
Well, first and foremost, just curiosity. I do not have the knowledge of that particular thing to do anything to it, but I will defer to your possession of the artifact. So what brings you back to my fortress?
Well,
Okay.
Well,
we were hoping
we need.
One at a time.
that you could make a couple more of these mind control rings for our friends here, in case they would come in here.
Well, those aren't things that can be made like weak beer. They take time and effort and resources.
How much?
Resources.
If I was to do nothing else but work on a ring like that, of which I have, no, but 3 weeks at least. The finest materials would need to be found, first of all. Then it would require finding a new smith, because my old one turned out to be a
Human?
evil. Yes, you remember the
I remember.
flying.
Yeah, burger.
I
I'm not
remember.
one for making pretty things, but I can work iron.
It has to be pretty. No mere average ring will hold the magics. As the prince would tell you, magics must be used or work best upon those things which are the best themselves.
I know plenty of metal.
Are you capable of creating fine jewelry?
And jewelry, you know.
That's what these are. They are jewelry with special abilities. If you were a weaponsmith, then you could make a special weapon with abilities. or at least you can prepare one, and then I would be able to finish the process.
I can make it the finest axe, but it won't fit on your finger, I suppose.
Axe ring. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess that's all I can answer on that.
Also, what's with the new security?
It's always good to be prepared. Metror prefers the word paranoid. I prefer the term
Safe.
prepared, ready, perhaps.
Here?
If I was to be attacked here,
Like that.
so you have answered your own question.
Okay, then. So,
When will you grow out of pushing me?
I don't know.
It only took Metror 20 years. How old are you now?
18.
So perhaps in the next 2 years you will show a little bit more patience and thoughtfulness when you ask for questions.
I've got with another 4 years or 5.
Metro is like, shut up, Q.
Have you ever seen an old gun?
One more question.
They keep them in the back because they're
So,
I do have another question. Could you put that enchantment on their weapons that you put on ours so that they are useful in Ergozanzix's realm in case we do need to go there?
yes.
And they don't ask me to create their list.
I don't have an answer to that one. I have an opinion.
Oh. Get scared.
Just like Joel.
So,
Most of them stay.
what would, have you all asked for, I mean, you've come to me, but I feel almost like you have the best possible answer to any of your questions right over there.
He's been a little
Preoccupied.
preoccupied recently, and these fine adventurers suggested we come here. I hope we're not intruding. The strawberry beverage was delicious, by the way.
He's better at it than anyone I've ever thought of.
So, what is your question then about this demon? Are you wishing to find it and slay it, I assume?
Or
Yes, that's the
trap
plan,
it.
and they thought that your magics could help us from the mind control.
And are you hoping that at the moment of slaying it, you would...
We have to capture its essence in another gem and then allow the dragon to take over his own.
Well, that, for someone of your renown, I would think you could just cast magic jar on it.
Yeah.
Well, you need someone to keep it preoccupied.
I have to make a magic jar for the demon.
Is there anything I can
And we
do
have to
help?
trick him into getting close enough to get it, to use it. And then we have to be able to protect ourselves from him being able to attack us from the jar and try to take one of us over.
Sounds like a good plan so far. So,
We also would like to ask you, is there a way around his dread magic?
Between the two of us, we might be able to prepare something we could use, trap him and permanently.
between the two of us, well, I would respectfully, my lord, request that if we were to enter into a partnership, that I would be allowed to view all pertinent
Of course,
things associated with this adventure.
you have to inspect the factory to know how it's set up.
I would.
Oh,
Is that agreeable?
it's real.
Very good then. I'm agreeable to helping you out in any way I can.
Is there any way around the dread magic that Erwin has?
There are many ways around it. One would be to show extreme strength of will. Some of you appear to be less, what would be the term? Less practiced in the art of focusing your mind, or less experienced to the horrors of battle. Some of you may be more. I know that with time, everyone grows more capable of controlling their minds or their emotions. But someone like you would probably be very susceptible to it. I'm looking over at the tattooed man, elf. You probably have more control over your mind.
I am very
Then
focused.
most.
Thank you for noticing.
I would say probably the pain of those tattoos alone would have given you some ability to focus against such things.
Yes.
Yeah, wonder why they don't
I've
have
seen many
tattoos
battles
back in
as
the
well.
ages.
A second way would be there is a spell that you could cast before or even during any such encounter with a mind controlling creature, and that would be a spell that would shield your mind from any and all of those types of attacks. The third way would be if you knew of anyone or anything that had the power of the mind itself and could fight it on its own terms. I don't suppose any of you know any of the ancient scions. As far as I know, they're all gone, but you never can tell.
Players being I know.
Well, that's great for you. Scion is in the ancient lore, a creature or a being that can attack you with its mind and its mind alone.
My flourish.
And then, of course, the rings that I provided before are specifically give
Did you lose
you.
it?
He's talking to you.
Did you lose your ring?
No. Well, these two even.
He needs at least in the fall, probably.
I don't
The dwarf's got fortitude. He lives in the ground.
The rings provide almost all of the protection.
Most of you.
But even so, even if you wear these rings that I made,
Most of us live in the tree.
the chances, as I said, of him being able to get into your mind are small, but there is still a chance.
I would sell for a bat.
Actually, that would probably be a good idea. We could use him for bait. He'd have him so confused, he wouldn't know what to do with himself. We'd have him right down.
And if I remember correctly, you have the ability to capture the creature just like you did before.
Like a ring.
Force cages, hold him.
I thought it was cute. Wasn't it cute?
Force cages, it's a key.
Both part of the same spell, so I bet if you've forgotten your lessons.
Yeah, I don't know. No, it's just one memory. I didn't forget the lessons. I forgot what spell he did.
Very good. So, yes, to answer your question, there are many different things that can be done. I would also say there is an old, and as dumb as it sounds, there is a way you can actually help yourself without any magic at all. And it is to fill your mind with thoughts and emotions that crowd out any type of mental attack. And I'm about to do something that I don't want any of you to repeat or tell anyone else, because if you do, it will be very embarrassing for me. If you feel like you are going to come under mental attack and you do not need, you're not in the middle of combat, you can make it more difficult for them to contact you or to get into your mind by doing this. Ah!
Simple but effective.
5 easy ways to resist 9.
Or something to that effect.
Come on.
The
Get
dwarves, I know this, when they are in March, they will focus on the drums of the bosun so much that they all gain collectively and become very hard to distract. And it is the same principle, only they have a more structured mind that helps. So, although none of these people would qualify in that, you know, if you've ever been in the Dwarven March, that that's exactly what happens. It allows them to travel longer and faster than they should because they are not thinking about how tired they are. It's the same principle. Mind over matter. So, how much of a hurry are you people in?
We're just trying to find where to go next.
Yeah, we're just trying to find answers.
Well,
and
is
develop
danger
plans.
imminent? Do you know where Myrtle Zamzix is now and what form he's just taking the dragon's form? I mean, that seems very,
Apparently, he was able to shape
Well,
shift even
they-
after.
very conspicuous,
Mhm.
So,
unless he has lost the ability to change.
oh no,
Or
he
if he's
doesn't.
taking the dragon's body instead of his own, and he's trying to shape shift back and forth until only hold the shape for so long.
Yeah, he did shape.
Then you need to flip back to the dragon form, because he's taking over the dragon's body.
Metro,
They fought mentally to take over the body, dragon lost.
But we
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
got the
where
body.
he is.
so
Last sighting was Gomez.
Metro looks up and he says, Master, I know for a fact you have no more magical rings right now. They would have to be created. Okay?
I didn't know you were a smith.
Some of the crafting.
So we'll just take that off the negotiations for now. So it sounds like you at least would need to know where Virgo Zamzix is before you can do anything else.
And have a good plan in mind before we go pop it in there and
Yeah,
Falling
and
all over our
then
swords.
creating the jar that you
Rolling
suggested.
Wasn't he like headed to the Tower of Learning? Isn't that his overall goal?
Who?
there's something about the tower, right?
That's right. I forgot about that.
What is
In
this
the-
Tower of Learning? How is it I did not know?
Something in the desert?
No, then it like helps souls the afterlife. Phylactery wants to go there.
Who?
Phylactery thing wants to go there.
How do you do this?
We met there was a wizard who can, I don't know, who communicated with the thing, with the phylactery, told him that, then told me.
Okay. So the now when you say the phylactery, are you meaning blackout? Since
We don't know what,
according to the prince, blackout is in the phylactery?
we don't
I
know what,
learned from other planar beings that are here from the blackout himself.
Well, what did so you've already done something. What do you know?
Blackouts are in a very weak state. I don't think you can do another fight with the guy. We're gonna have to do whatever we can to mentally break the demon before we can even attempt for blackout to take his body over.
Was there any mention of this Tower of Learning in your divination spell?
I don't have that. Look,
so maybe we would want to head to the Tower of Learning.
I don't know. I've never heard of the Tower of Learning, so
Then I remember another guy said to not bring it to the Tower of Learning. I can't remember. So that's like a 50-50 thing. It might backfire, it might be good.
nothing. Okay.
It'll guide souls to the afterlife, I think. That's what it's talking about, souls to the afterlife.
Well,
I'm not.
but at least there's some connection there, because wasn't that the point of Ergo Zamzix and Noble? He had captured the soul on the way to the afterlife and forcing him to train the demon's armies. So at least there's a connection. So
We might want to go
if
check.
Blackout wants to go to the Tower of Learning, then he is trying to get maybe his soul somewhere.
I think, or maybe he could be trying to head off Urbo Land.
I think we need some
We might want to go and check on Noble. Because we don't know, perhaps the same thing happened and he might be training a demon army again.
Well, I did not accompany Noble to
It's always fun.
Lankmar, but
I just found a great Jim's speech from last time.
oh,
And I sip my strawberry drink.
so he says, do you know of any other priests besides Ewan that might be able to provide more information?
Yeah, that
Or-
guy, the guy who talked to the actor in the first place, he might be able to help.
I am a humble priest, but I don't know anything.
What was
What was his name?
information?
I don't remember right, but
If
Is that
I,
divine spell?
he
if
has
I had
You don't have divine.
$1,000, 1,000 gold piece gem to offer for inspiration, but I do not own such a treasure.
see
I might
the guy who talked to the collector. Yeah, I know he
Gem
has
inlaid
a
stick.
elven bodyguard, which the
Some
elven
of that
make
and the elf
You need a
girl
scepter of sorts?
Which-
Is it-
then had a
I don't
Is it
think it
expended?
goes away.
which then had a wolf
Is
companion.
it,
I remember
is it expended?
What's the name
I
of
got
that
some
spell?
book, Augury.
Can
Augury.
I take a
I think that's something you make and you have and you always
Should I
have
make
it once you have it.
If I can get one, then I'll have it, but at this
Which,
point,
Like fashion,
the material
you know,
component for an augury spell is a set of gem inlaid sticks, dragon bones, or similar tokens of at least 1,000 gold piece value, which are not expensive. So you have dragon bones. They're shaped like different shapes, and you toss them on the ground.
oh,
It'd be like rune stones. and-
Yeah, except yours are catered to where you're from.
okay, so I do have that. So,
Being an
allow
old
me,
priest, that'd be something.
Now, if I was you, I would read the spell.
I'm gonna have to do that when he's done with
It's
it.
in your player's handbook.
Can I make him?
Oh, it
It's
is?
just, yeah, it's just augury.
Probably.
Can I
Second level priest.
Can I make a memory check and try and
I
remember?
thought you already did that today.
I make two.
I have it.
Didn't make like two.
Remember smacking it?
While you're looking, I'm gonna go downstairs and give my little son some food. If you wanna go smoke?
I really.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
I already have mine.
You had lunch.
I see where your grace coming into.
Yeah. Don't remind me.
What the heck was his name? I can't remember. Was it really?
That's where your,
Everyone's
that's where
name is
yours
really-
started. too.
Everyone's name is really complicated.
Oh,
When they only meet him
yeah.
for 2 days, and it gets hard.
I can only divine information about an action within a very immediate time frame,
Okay.
whether it will be beneficial or not.
Alright.
Alright, well, let's see if it'll be beneficial to go to.
Go to the,
But we're not
Tower of
ready.
Learning. To see if it'd be beneficial for us to visit the Tower of Learning.
Okay.
I mean, that would be simple enough. If it is, then we need to go visit and see what we need to find out. Or at least take Blackout to it.
Okay.
Or was it as a single command, like it will be beneficial, or would it be dangerous if
It's gonna be like,
You could
yes,
just
no,
open the portal
maybe,
there.
or what.
Even though
I think that's how it works, isn't
I
it?
think the Tower of Learning is on another plane, by the way.
Sure it is.
Compared to that.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, we've been pretty much plane jumping for the last,
5 minutes.
that's what the whole other, we've been plane jumping for a long time. There was a chief possessive swords. We started jumping into shimmering lights.
At least we're not unlucky enough about that guy I heard jumped into a portal and I think he burned alive or something.
Tiny flask. Oh, a lighter. I've seen those.
Yeah,
It's the forever match.
forever match.
That's cool.
Forever match. You can't get rid of that no matter what. So don't let it get possessed.
But anyways, like, oh, I got one of those. It's just magnesium and steel leather. You know, and then I pull it out and strike and lit up. He's like, I ain't never seen one like that.
Everything in the story wants both games to meet, even though it's like almost impossible to do that.
Oh, no. Man, I'm not a craft priest, so you get lots of bonus stuff, bonus skills, and I just took my high intelligence and made it up.
Holy cow, yeah. Praising is good when they have in your line of work. Artistic proficiency, heck yeah. Engineering. Smithing, weaponsmithing. What's the BD and the BKODF?
No, that's part of it. It's part of it.
Oh, I see.
Because dwarves smith better, it takes half the time to smith,
Nice.
and they have less, like if you took smithing, you have a -3 intelligence, I have a -1. So that's why when I look my numbers, I'm designed it around. That's just, I took an extra, I think the BD with an extra slot for against smithing. So
Yeah.
I guess that works.
Yeah, a 0. It's like, you don't even have to try. You just do it.
Let's get on to somewhere action packed. I guess I'll take a shower and find an axe.
Oh, remember, there is an armor. You
Yeah.
can get a bunch of plugs to even more rope.
Well, you also said that we could come here and get rings. So what do you
No,
know?
it's,
Well, no, there is definitely a armory.
Oh,
How do you
What's
think
his name?
how do you think I keep on getting these crossbow
what's
bolts?
our thigh host name?
I do still have a slot
I forgot his name.
Draco.
excellent.
Draco.
because I didn't count my
Is it possible for me to be getting a bad?
I mean, that's what
I need an axe and a crossbow because I have one. If I'm me fighting demons.
Hey,
Yes, to both. Metror, show our dwarf friend the ball. Come on,
It's always good to be around someone shorter than me.
don't get too close. And he takes you back to this room, and there's a bat.
I take it back.
okay, I'm going to pull from my pouch the dragon bones that have been made for my augury spell.
And I would like you, at some point, to draw like 12 different kind of shapes with maybe just random squiggly bullshit lines on them.
Alright,
And it's like, there we go, I'll put that up in the forums and I'll do your dragon bone room.
and I'm going to sit cross-legged, relax,
Anything I can at all do.
and cast the bones to the floor. Kahulin guide our actions. Will taking Blackout Soul to the Tower of Learning be beneficial to our cause? Enlighten me, Almighty Kahulin.
All right.
Show me your guidance.
How easy would it be to make us a spare key for any door we unlock? Like if I were to get a key, it's
The base
that
chance
door.
for receiving a meaningful
How easy would it be to
reply
make
is
a
7%.
77%.
Are you lost in the habit
All right.
of talking to naked dwarves and bathtub?
No. No, it's just like a meta. It's like a meta thing. Like,
I'm a little concerned about a goblin watching me face.
What are you doing over
hey,
there?
Metroid's there.
Get out of there.
No, Metror is,
He walked out.
yeah.
There's the tub secret.
But how easy would it be?
All right,
Like, it's just.
here we go.
There you go.
Ooh.
Is that air supply you're listening to?
Alright, so the answer is
The answer is no.
Are they? Because when I looked earlier, it was the door was closed and the light was on. It's still that way. It might just be closed. Restroom. There you go. That's all you can do.
or you can go downstairs if you want.
And then,
Okay, so the answer comes back.
No.
Um,
Please try again after the beep.
He shakes his little ball. Not like
It's a magic 8-ball.
if you wish the Tower of Learning to reveal its secrets, be prepared to enter the darkness.
Well, I've already made more questions than answers. No.
You want to cast it again? No one else knows the answer. You're the only one that knows the answer.
right.
I just saw here it said a party casting several auguries about the same action in quick succession might receive identical answers regardless of the dice roll. That's what, I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I just was
Yeah, it didn't even occur to me to cast it again.
Okay.
Perhaps we can do this again. If we learn something.
So what did it say?
Cahulan's wisdom is clouded in mystery, but it says if I wish to, and for the Tower of Learning to reveal its secrets, we must be prepared to enter the darkness. So perhaps this is something in the underworld or in a cave of sorts. But we still don't know where it is.
Well, do we have to know where it is to open the door?
Well, remember, when you tried to go into the desert, and you just were put down somewhere
In the
in
middle
some
of
desert somewhere, and you're like,
Well, that was whenever we tried to open portal by saying by purpose was supposed to open to the desert. If we said that purpose was supposed to open to Tower of Learning.
Yeah, remember how we teleported
as
to
long as-
Rengar's fortress?
as long as you are aware that you could be going somewhere that is not conducive to your continued existence, then yeah, sure.
We should get a guinea pig.
so we were
That is
goblins for.
No!
Ah!
Mike!
We're not going through that portal.
I'm not there, man. I'm in the bathtub.
I don't care. I don't care. You won't be needing clothes for your life.
I don't know if they can make it door popping out of the corner of my scary movie.
Jim might trip over his beard.
Jim in the chat room says, cast magic missiles at the darkness.
Probably like you both at the real one.
Let's shoot a maggot.
Okay. Pareko
He
says,
doesn't like it, opening more questions.
Pareko says, would you be able or willing to contact your outer planar friends again? I understand that spell is dangerous, so I'm not going to ask you. I'm just
Yes,
If we want to toss out all options here, that is an option. I do not know any of those kind of spells, what you guys are doing. That's not my thing. My thing is, it's the war wizard name. That's what I do. If you need an undead skeleton army, I can help you. Although
I can always call gas part for that.
yeah, it's not.
Already got a pre-made
It's
one.
not something I really want to do, because when you start messing around with those dark magics, they affect you.
Yes, gas part.
Nah,
As I've taught you, whether you like it or not, you cast those spells, they will start to turn you.
where would you get this going?
Any graveyard, any human graveyard anyway. I don't really know the burial rites of dwarves.
Oh, you have to have your bathtub. I guess I'm done.
He just looks out down the hallway. Or any other race. What are the burial rites of goblins? You'd think I would know that, but
I don't know.
I never really was interested in it. All I saw was
Throw them
them
on the fire.
taking their bodies and dumping them
Pretty
in a
much.
jeep. I will say I haven't seen goblins eating their own dead. So they must do something with them.
You know what? It might happen in a rival meeting. I don't know. Definitely not Blitzkrieg.
I guess I'd be good with the bathtub on that.
Yeah, whatever.
No, you
Come back and
contaminate
make
the
both
water
flashes
as soon as you
clean.
like step in. It just turns black.
And maybe you can point me towards the axe room.
That's where it's like, follow me.
Alright.
He just takes you down, and there's a table and several racks with all kinds of weapons. So,
Then I'll eye out the best looking axe and the best looking crossbow I can find.
and you grab them. He's like, don't forget these. And he hands you a crossbow bolt case.
That was good.
You wouldn't be the first person.
Oh,
who's got
wow.
That's good.
That's good.
Where the bullets. Four next. I'll be returning these when I get home and get my
it. Don't
own.
bother, you can have them. Compliments of the war wizard.
Alright, thank you. I can make them a new one. That's fine.
He's a senile little man. You never know what kind of favor.
I'm really sick you heard that.
No, okay.
I'm assuming we're in separate rooms anyway, and you're a ghost boy.
Quarrels, damn it, quarrels.
So what am I writing? What do I have here?
I already got it on the sheet.
Physics.
Oh, you already done it. Just the number amount. Alright.
Look on your inventory.
Go pay attention to
It'll-
those.
it'll
So
show.
have enough fun.
Alright. I got
Rico, do you know where this? Oh no, I'm sorry. You already said you hadn't heard of this tower yet.
No, I haven't, which kind of makes me interested.
Well, I don't think it's. I don't think it has to do with really elves.
Now that
What
the
gives you that insight?
I don't know. If you haven't heard.
You presume quite often.
I don't think we printed it on your inventory.
yes, I did.
Wait,
Well, I can't contact you on a plane dealing with my intelligence.
is there?
I can go ask as far as I can go.
Contact other
You think there would be like a
Astrals as far as I can go.
I thought you.
In order to go to outer planes, you have to have an intelligence 19. I can go to the astral plane.
Read.
No, after the astral plane.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
You know what?
I
Is it?
didn't
I
read
wonder.
that. Okay.
Wait, is it? I
So
wonder.
you can still.
I can still do, that's what I did last time.
Is there?
I
The
thought-
outer planes is where you get,
I mean,
getting close to getting, you jump around.
is there a book on it or something?
This is the one I just
What?
read.
Like different races and yeah.
You just got
Is there a book on like the different
Yeah, there is.
cachings of souls for different races?
Yeah.
Oh, inventory.
We might want to check that.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I guess I need to do another-
your personal preference. How do you prefer? I go west with that
Asking if he can tell you that.
because it's basically breaks down to each tribe of people too. Each culture has their own.
Well,
Yeah, so one of these is the
we
correct.
gotta check that book and then we'll find out what the Tower of Learning is.
Or is it like two copper?
If we don't know what the darkness is, why do we want to argue it?
Oh, we might as well find it.
If we want to find out what it was. Yeah, it must have been-
I attack the darkness.
So, isn't there a book on that?
Who are
On,
you asking?
Okay, so what do you want to ask
I'm
him?
continuing talking to Ray.
What do we want to ask him?
Like, in there a book
Where?
on
We
the
better
different,
have
like,
special
passing of
questions.
souls.
We don't have
different colors.
There are
Right.
sages
We need
that
to-
know lots.
Don't we need to
There
know
are
where the tower is
mages
before we
that
even decide
specialize
if we
in
want to go there?
those sorts of things.
I mean, nobody seems
They
to know
haven't,
where
written
it
a,
is.
they haven't written a book on it yet?
It's out there.
I think they would.
Yeah,
I don't know where it would be. I mean, that's.
and we do have that much information.
Well, I think we
We
gotta,
think
I
it
think we gotta
exists.
speak
don't
on our
unless-
case then.
I was unaware where the Goblin Chief was, but I was able to make a portal near it.
Buttercup.
Hey,
You
Buttercup.
tracked the goblin there.
You've jumped into smaller places with less information.
Before,
Yeah.
What about Rango's fortress?
It wasn't pretty.
that's right, we were able to just teleport you to Ringo's Fortress.
So is it what Pareko knows? And
Alright.
what?
I think we ought to seek out a sage that would know more on it.
Before we, whenever we first
Good.
made the portal.
Next time you say you have to speak out of stage, and then an archway.
Alright then. Hey, you seem preoccupied. Alright,
I am doing exactly what you're talking about.
alright then, what do you know?
You tracked
Alright, continue to forget.
to the camp.
It's okay.
Whenever we first went into the
Sorry.
forest.
He had been.
I've taken many of hits to the head.
He's from
Recently,
their
gym class got way more
Oh,
intense.
it's just like that in the game, like,
I had
I
like
think
a
I'll barely
just somersault over.
Tim.
practice myself. I like.
I had like a
in
kid,
front of your books.
I had a kid just somersault over my neck. That may have done something.
Good.
Things enough information gathering depends on getting ourselves killed. And then,
Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to come up with a plan now.
We're,
We're all just shooting in the dark.
I'm asking Bart if he knows what the Tower of Learning is.
Not yet.
After he knows that. I'm just confused.
Okay, that's the first one.
does this have this must be someone who the elves portal to the afterlife?
It might not be. I don't know. Maybe.
So we seek the location of Tower of Learning.
And what the heck does it do?
Well, we already know what it does.
Oh.
That was the
Because that'll give us, if it's on another planet or whatever, it'll give us a specific location.
Right.
Also, what
And,
what it would do, like if we were to go near it. Also, it's nice to know what.
the darkness.
Oh yeah, we also want to find out what that is.
And what I heard was if
Maybe only dead.
you wish the Tower of Learning to reveal its secrets,
What's that?
be prepared to enter the dark.
Maybe you can only get there if you're dead.
Maybe.
Darkness is a symbol of death, isn't it?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
So, then we could find some way to die, even though that's a long step. I think we ought to find out more about the Tower of Learning in the darkness first.
The darkness.
Every time I hear the darkness, I just think of Destiny. Talk about that, think of so much. Like, the darkness is so evil, man. You gotta go and kill him. Like, what is it? Like, even,
Destiny's stupid. You know about the game, right?
yeah.
Because you gotta be online to play it. That's the dumbest thing ever.
And wouldn't want to be. Storyline is like, what?
Confusing.
It's like, alright, you have these guys. They're up, you have to kill them all for different reasons. There's a thing coming down, going to destroy you all. Alright, go.
So we're gonna be here. How long is this spell? I know he casts a spell that puts them out for a while, right?
Or what about-
I don't think this one does.
Oh, I this one put this one in entire lesson.
Variation special.
Is that what's there? So,
This is a verbal, takes one turn, no saving throw. Not harmful to me unless something tries to
okay, so this
mess
is
with my head.
Ooh, magic. Look, it's here. Now it's not. Mind freak.
Okay, so here's what we'll say. A certain amount of time passes, you start the spell, you learn it. Meanwhile, you guys just, if you want to talk about something, you can, or we can just skip ahead. And you take the day, like, you gain a hit point back, you're doing all your mundane crap fixing things,
And
you're like
pray and
doing whatever you want to do,
meditate.
so we don't have to, we can just get to where
Yeah,
you
let's
do
get
it.
going. I can make the guy a dagger in the day. We'll pay him back the. I think it can.
Armory can always be
dagger.
extended.
Is that something you say?
No, it's something you can do.
Well, that's great,
You can work on your smith.
but are you gonna say anything to anybody about it?
What? Yes,
You are, okay, so who do you approach?
the wizard.
Okay.
Forget his name.
Draco.
Draco. I want to pay you back my fine crossbow and axe and make you a fine dagger. One you can enchant for your own use.
He says, though the skill of the dwarves is legendary, he says,
I was trained by a 5 to 400-year master of blacksmithing. I can make you a dagger that'll make you weak.
okay. He says,
Called the dagger
Follow
of
me.
sadness.
All right,
we will have to descend to the ironmongery level.
Before he does that, I'm going to ask Michael if
Look, don't, yeah, he's right there.
can you appraise this orange gem that I pried off that
Oh, I got,
golden throne to see how much it's worth?
I got one of those.
I assume I can. Jim,
You have appraisal?
Yes, I have appraisal.
I got one of
Oh,
those
then you
too.
need to roll your appraisal.
Well, I got to roll under 21, so
If you roll a 20, it's a failure.
18.
Okay.
I got one of
So,
those too. Remember?
huh?
Remember, I got one of those orange gems too.
I thought you picked up like one of those glowing rocks.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh, actually, it is 18. I thought it went up. This was a plus 3 or something.
So,
But I made it regardless.
Okay.
so can I sell that?
That gem is, you've never seen it before. You don't know how much it's worth.
No,
You
I've
could
never
say,
seen one
you
before.
could say, you know that it's unique, and someone could, if it was an equivalent of a diamond or a ruby or an emerald, it would be priceless.
It may be priceless. I don't recognize the
But there's no other known mineral
It's
that you're aware
probably,
of.
it's probably one of a kind in our realm.
What about this?
So
Doesn't get
maybe-
it. Doesn't get much more rare than that.
What about this rock I found? Okay,
I'm on about making a dagger.
different.
We'll open shop later.
Yeah,
Okay, so you,
I'm a one-minded
okay.
I've
weapons
gotten
making machine. No, I gotta do this or else I get Mortar's hammer thrown at my head. You know.
Need any assistance?
Still need arm. I want.
All right.
I haven't been able to write anything down.
What are you talking about?
Cameras. I haven't been able to
You have a
write.
notebook?
Oh,
No,
You want to know?
I got my piece of paper. Sure.
Probably got it.
I was just telling you Bart time to figure this thing out. So look at this.
Yeah.
Down
All right,
there.
so
Color.
you go down to the ironmongery and there's all the things. This is a fully functioning, superior quality smithy with sword molds and metal wire already made, and grinding stones and foot pedals and bellows and some other kind of shit that you're like, you're just like, you think that you have been around things. Well, there are things here that you've never seen because
This is
Yeah,
not
these-
actually.
Eddie, what, that's in there?
Gotta be yes, no.
Eddie,
Yes, no
what the hell is that
question.
there?
You answer yes, no,
Yeah.
maybe or wrong.
That thing's called that's
Yeah,
called
there's
a
always
woman and women
limitations,
changer.
isn't there?
Yeah. Come on. Here you go. Here's the right stuff.
All right, wait.
So
I like
What's your
inspection.
name on the
you
inside of it?
can't ask for
A
exact
location.
location.
I grabbed the best materials I can.
It was in the desert,
Oh.
the Solarian
That's
desert.
right.
You can ask
I'll leave you to it.
All right. And I'll go
what
for
planes it's
lit.
on. I have 7
It's
questions.
lit by,
So we can ask it if it's on a private
appear to
plane,
be
on our plane. or if it's on
stones
the
that have
astral
light
plane,
coming
or if
from
it's
them all
within the
around.
Planes of hell.
So there's lots of light here too.
I go for fine
If
quality.
it is on the prime plane,
That's a minus
then
10.
you could say,
So you are going to
What game is
attempt
it?
to,
idea that it was in
you
the
have
desert.
weaponsmithing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because you thought maybe it was gas bars tower,
Yeah.
and that's where that's at.
Yeah.
Okay.
For 17. I got
Yeah, it's
15.
hard to phrase the questioning to get what you want.
Let's see,
If you start with 1, then that could lead you to the next question.
I guess I go to more than give mine a little. Well, I seem to make the finest weapon I can make.
okay, you're trying to make a dagger. So out of the Complete Fighter's Handbook, it says dagger,
So,
a 4 dagger, 4 quality, you can make in 3 days. An average time takes 5 days. A fine one, it takes 10 days. An exceptional takes 20. There are effects for each, or effects on performance from each level, we'll say. There's a modifier to proficiently check to make based on the quality that you wish to make. So like if you want to make a 4 weapon,
More,
you would add a +2. If you wanted to make it exceptional, you would do a -4.
Dwarves is half time. Dwarven charts half the time.
So you are going to try to make an exceptional dagger.
I go fine, so
Okay.
that would take longer.
All right. So that's what you're doing. We'll hold off on the roll on that. But you are busy. And you discover a new tool down there that you've never seen before. And what it does is it is a a sharpening stone, but it is made of some type of material that causes whatever you're making when it's finished to be
Herbal Zanzics.
sharper than normal.
Alright. So that creates a cut and feel automatically. What's that? What's your time on?
It just it makes it sharper than any way you can get it that you've heard of. You can grind. You can get on the foot pedal to grind the big wheel and sharpen it like that, and it gets sharp. And it gets as sharp as you've ever seen anything get sharp. However, this thing, just by hand, you use it, and you need to do me, roll me a d10 and see if you're surprised.
9.
Okay, so you're not surprised. So you realize that you could very easily cut your fingers off.
Like,
And
what's in the blade?
and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah, keep that around.
that's unusual.
You gotta keep that
Matter of
around.
fact, you've never heard of it.
Never. So pretty much you have the dragon out here kicking this thing.
I don't know.
You know,
All right. So how about, so what do you need? What's your normal weaponsmithing roll for success?
18. Or 17. It's medium.
So if you just want to make a weapon, you don't even have to roll. If you want to make a truly exceptional weapon, that's when you would make your proficiency check after it's finished.
Yeah.
Dwarves get a +1 bonus to the rating with this proficiency, so that should already be figured in. And if the check succeeds, the characters create a weapon that is worth 50% more than the typical example.
Now, does your artistic ability and all that factor into it, or?
That would be for making it pretty and nice
Yeah.
looking. It wouldn't have to do with the functionality.
That's I think pretty.
just wow all the ladies down at the tavern.
You would only use your artistic ability if you're making something for a, a guy who wants fancy.
Well, he's an enchanter, so if you're fancy and fine, would be a fine weapon for him.
Oh, I see what. Hold on.
Now that's a blessing of Morton to help me guide my hammer. Just let me know you're ready, Barton. Roll.
Okay.
Dagger. Okay. All right, so go ahead and, are you attempting to make something exceptional? You finished the dagger.
Yeah, attempted makes it a fine, which is just a minus.
Okay.
Fine. So it's a +1 to either hit or damage.
Do you use that special stone I described?
Yeah.
Try to make it sharp.
Yeah, I'll use the best equipment that is in there.
All right. So your proficiency roll, you get an additional +3 because of that.
Right. Oh, I didn't know that. No, I guess it's just a fine, exceptional.
Well, you haven't rolled yet.
I go with exceptional.
Okay, so
Do I get a blessing plus or just a,
it depends. Are you going to cast a spell?
because that works? Now, I guess the blessing.
I mean, you
plus-
are pious, and you can invoke your God's name to give you a +1 to the roll. That's a house rule I have.
All right, that's what I
That's
thought.
without casting a spell. So as you're creating it, what do you say?
I will call on Morton to guide my hammer to make the finest steel a dwarf can make.
All right. So what's your final total that you need?
When you say it was +3,
To your target number, not to your roll, but to your target number. Because remember, you want low. So what's your weaponsmithing roll normally?
17
Okay, so you're
-4
+3.
+3.
So you're -1.
16.
So if you roll 16 or less, you have created what I call a keen weapon.
All right.
That means it has +1 to hit. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, roll.
17.
Oh!
Oh, you're gonna cut your hand off?
No.
No,
So,
it's acceptable. It makes
hold on. Let me read it to you.
Oh no,
Okay.
this ain't gonna happen in combat, you know.
If the check fails, the weapon is useless. So you're like, you were doing the thing with the,
All of a
and
sudden,
then
fall
you were
apart.
like,
Just boom.
it just has a crack that you didn't see, because apparently that can happen sometimes when you're holding metal. And you're like, well, fuck. And you either throw it away or you can keep it, but
You can
it's-
melt it down.
you're at
Try
like
again.
-5 to use it for everything.
You can melt it down and try again.
You can use it. It would basically do the 1 point of damage if you hit somebody with it.
And then, even then, every time you use it,
son of
it
a
could
bitch.
break. So, either that or you finish it and then you take it and you test it out and it goes snap. And you're like, God damn. But that's what happens.
Ah, fucking nice. Wait till I get in the fight.
But still, that's good. You got to use your proficiency and you got to try some of it. But still, the whole find of this is this team stone.
Too bad it won't fit in my pocket.
Why wouldn't it? It's only the size of this coffee mug.
Oh, I thought it was a big stone.
Oh no. This is
Oh.
special cow monkey jam, which means you can seal it and then we start marking your alignment.
What?
I like to tempt people to come to the dark side of the laugh. It's all the bad things.
Why wouldn't you just ask Braco if you can work?
Well,
You're not there, cream puff.
That was my thought, but
Which is a perfectly good for green card. I don't know.
So anyway, that happens.
So much for being a fine weapon.
So what do you do after that? You're all sitting there all by yourself and you're tired and hungry.
I guess I'll find some food. This is a couple days work, doesn't it?
2 days, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no food here. This is a smithy.
Well, no, so go find some food. I've been down there 2 days.
So where do you
2
go?
days.
I don't know.
Like the place where you came down, you don't see anything there.
No clue. I just follow the wizard.
Okay, so you go back to the spot where it was and you're looking around. You don't see anything.
Hello? Door? Knock, knock.
Okay. So at that, a little, the square thing appears under your feet. What do you do?
Suppose I step on the square thing.
Okay, and then what?
No one gave me instructions.
Nobody gave you instructions.
Is there a kitchen around here? Open sesame?
Is that what you say?
I guess that's what I say.
Okay. So you feel yourself start to go up. And then pretty soon you're back at the very top. And you're like, oh.
Bart, is Blackout technically dead?
You see Mudweb
Yeah, I should
and
try to.
Leo.
Plug up on the street.
He has no
I
body.
see off in the distance, Stealth is talking
Are
to
his
Bart.
remains still in his
Franco's like looking out of
I
like a
don't know.
hole in his wall. He's looking out
I
over
think so.
his, I guess it's
He
lands or whatever
was
his place is.
got there.
Metro, you did not
He
see.
got up and walked out because he was hungry. When he came back to life.
Blackout never got his
I
body
have the
back.
body ready. Or
But we thought he did.
Right.
was it the little
There was the
goblin
demon
there?
No,
Metro
you did not see
strike
Metro.
the Blackout
Oh,
had
Metro's a
left.
goblin.
I
He's a
know
wizard.
that.
It was Draco.
I was
Yes, he's the one
he
that's
was
looking
dead,
up
so
to-
we could cast that.
For lack of a better term.
Maybe
window.
get answers from his
I will
remains.
You
go-
might be able to get
Go
answers
make
from
my
the Blackout.
apologies for Draco and my
From the
apologies for
Blackout.
Draco.
That's what I thought.
Because his soul's in there, so he'd be taught, right?
In haste
I
to
think
make the
that,
dagger.
that spell directly in contact with soul or whatever.
Well, speaking
Yes,
of
that's
dead,
right.
and it requires remains.
Oh,
That's okay.
well,
And-
the Flackers may not have worn the scales,
You'll try again, I'm sure.
so that'd be,
As
that would
soon as I
consist of
have the
remains if
time
he's dead.
and resource again.
Did you find the
And maybe he could.
I was going to ask
smithy and the equipment up to your standard?
very fine. Matter of fact, there's a stone there. I would give enough time.
Make a
Really, which one?
That'd be
I
fine.
sharpened the dagger with it. It came
Yeah,
out
yeah.
sharp enough.
Oh, the keen stone.
Cut my
Yes.
hand off.
You gotta be careful with that.
Matter,
I was wondering if I could get over it.
which we did necromancy and,
Well, the,
Gollum dragon.
currently I don't have a
yes, well,
smith,
you just do some.
so you would have to
Everybody without a soul.
craft my thing, then I would give it to you in exchange.
That's fair enough. if we're not leaving anytime soon, I could craft it now, or if I come back alive, I can craft you something fine and receive the stone.
Trying to ask a question about my house. Yes, I do.
I know, that sucks.
Did you also take advantage of the, what did he used to call them?
But,
The bands? Did you see any of the bands down there?
I do not know. I'm unfamiliar with this setup, though I'd like to take it all with me.
There's apparently there's a set of bands that Elam, well, what I thought was Elam,
That's one dude.
looks on yes, used when he forged the two swords. He would wrap these bands around, well, his sword and his dagger, which created the wavy appearance of the metal. The fact that they were wavy somehow, and I still don't know how to this day, caused them to be more accepting of magic's placed upon them.
With midget metal.
It also helps you catch
The what?
a blade.
What do you mean catch a blade?
Have you ever seen a sword with like ridges in it? That's used to catch like opposing blades and twist them out of the hand.
That's a different configuration.
Pull up your dagger. See how the blade goes like this. He used to, if I remember right now that I think about it, he used to call those the bands of the fish because of the way it would make the metal move like a fish would swim. And somehow that would cause my magics to hold easier to these metals. I have yet to unlock that secret, but I am not a smith.
Maybe it's just demon magic.
Well, you know what? That might explain a lot, because apparently that's who my smith has been for all this time.
Perhaps you can give me a better tour of the foundry or the forge, and we can see what we can do.
Perhaps so. I know that it has been 2 days since the prince has been studying and formulating the perfect spell to get some answers. I'm hoping that some answers
You got
will
7. I
be.
don't know if we're gonna get much answers out of it.
I'm hoping that there will be the answers we seek. Without, if Ewan was here, we would probably get better answers. He had proved himself in the past to have done so. But he had a disagreement with the methods of their
He doesn't
most
like
recent adventure.
He doesn't like the dragon.
Are you giving this to the DS
Yeah.
to look over? Okay.
This is 3 separate questions. That's if one is not answered.
Okay. Also, comment for 5 months. And then always
I wonder if we could make another one.
when you got only like
I wonder if we could make another pair of magical
upstairs
swords.
than this.
It's the best way I can think of.
Before I came to this,
At least in general of it.
You were one away from the exceptional king. Just and then what happened? It ruined it. Ah. Rats.
Those, the one page. Okay.
Yeah, well, there's only some questions. I can
All right,
ask.
so let's go to contact.
Wonder if there's a possibility of making 2 more magical swords.
It takes 2 days to make a sword.
Takes about a minute to make a magical sword.
Magical sword takes
I wonder
one
if
time.
We're talking weeks,
Okay.
months, years sometimes.
I'm just reading this for trivia. All of you spellcasters wouldn't necessarily know this, but when the spell is cast, the casting time is 1 turn. All you do is say things. The wizard sends his mind to another plane of existence in order to receive advice and information from powers there.
As these powers resent such contact, only brief answers are given. Any questions asked are answered by the power during the spell's duration. The character can contact an elemental plane or some plane farther removed. For every 2 levels of experience of the wizard, 1 question may be asked. So you're not even asking your full allotment.
7.
Well, that's if the first one comes back with a no.
Right. I
So
would
you
go.
might want to consider 2 other questions if the first answer is yes.
Right.
Just a
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Just a
when I was
suggestion.
wasn't sure.
Contact with minds far removed from the plane of the wizard increases the probability of the spellcaster going insane or dying. And this is Pareto sort of talking about this, so that's he's just giving you what the prince is about to do. The chance of the power knowing the answer as well as the probability of the being telling the correct answer are likewise increased by moving to distant planes. Once the outer planes are reached, the intelligence of the power contacted determines the effects. Okay, so you speak the magic language when you cast the spell. And I guess you would tell me which of the first 3 planes. You don't have a intelligence of 19?
18.
You're just not quite old enough yet. You will be. All right,
Maybe.
So the first 3 choices here.
I'd like to.
You can tell me which one you're going to try to contact.
Hmm? Oh, I was going to go for Astral.
Okay.
It gives me 10%. Read down at the bottom, the asterisk, just below the chart. First one, I believe.
Oh, reduces his chance. Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah. Well, it goes. Yeah. So, you said your intelligence is an 18. Okay. So your chance of insanity, we roll that first. 15%.
Yeah, he's
So-
already insane.
I'll let you roll. 15 or less. Don't roll 15 or less. Do you have a 37 for a reroll in case? I guess you don't, do you?
Probably.
Yeah.
I had those weird dice.
All right. So he speaks languages that none of you understand.
96.
You know what he's saying. Not a magic language.
What does he say?
He is saying Divin. I don't have the thing in front of me. But anyway, he's speaking the language of the week. Okay. So at least you know you're not going to go insane.
Yeah.
And then the chance of knowledge.
Knowledge. Here in my garage with my brand new Lamborghini. It like to drive around the neighborhood every now and then. Oh, you know what I love more than my Lamborghini? Knowledge. So I got these bookshelves and stuff. I try to read 1 book a day.
What are you talking about?
It was an ad they used to run on YouTube.
Oh.
It was really just a scam.
He's trying to make us all say, what?
It's just a scam. It was a
It
scam.
only worked on me, I guess.
It was a scam though.
It was definitely a scam.
Like,
Okay.
it's just like you got to visit my website and pay me like $5, and if you were to go to the website, then it would give them like really common known knowledge. I live on.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So,
Oh, maybe Adram Punch, sound and knowledge.
all right. Now you have to roll your chance of
I gotta look.
getting an answer. You want 65 or less.
Brain spasm.
Yeah.
That would be a strange feeling.
Nope, 72.
Oh, man. All right. Well, at least you didn't go insane.
I didn't find that out either.
Let's just go to a little bit in the dark. Let's look at what this, what is D&D.
Yeah, a little bit nice.
Dang it, that's not it. I gotta find it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
That's,
Speedy Gonzalez.
that's, maybe,
Turn off.
whatever.
Okay,
It goes on.
so he casts a spell, he sits there for a moment, and then he looks up and says, I did not receive any information.
Well, that puts us both. I mean, I got some
All the extra
answer, but it doesn't help me at all.
All the only knowledge you got is to get a Lamborghini.
Today's good to die than
We don't know where to go to do anything. We don't know where to find the dragon.
And we don't know if we do open a portal to the place that we do know where to go to, if we pop out there, we can breathe.
Well,
Or we're not gonna burn.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing this wrong. You asked, wait, the whole spell isn't ruined. So you asked a question, okay? And then, you say, is the Tower of Learning on our prime plane? Now roll percentile again.
29.
Okay, so the answer is, unknown. That is the answer. Your next question.
Is it on the edge?
Or is it on the inner plane?
Yeah,
Roll percentile.
100.
And roll another percentile.
35.
That answer is unknown. And then you say, or on the astral plane. Roll percentile.
80. Right?
And now roll percentile again.
75.
Okay. On that one, the answer comes back.
You're confusing me. Shut up, go ahead.
oh wait, I'm busy.
So you know,
Shut up, Mom. It's like, sorry, but the colors.
okay, I'm just writing the answers down next to these, and then I'll hand it back. Okay, now, the next question is Urgel Zamzik at the tower? Roll percent.
02.
Okay, now roll percent again.
29.
Okay. Okay. Is Urgel Zamzik still training a demon army? Roll percent.
94.
Now roll percent again.
55.
You think 37? If anyone were to get 37 on the percentile, it should instantly.
Or now your head closes. Divine and better.
Yeah, you know too much.
Your head explodes. God, I came clear. It was over.
Yeah.
Found the true guy.
I didn't know what the language is.
I see. I think I'm trying to figure out how the spell's supposed to work. Okay. Can I live without any protections on the plane the Tower of Learning exists in? Roll percent.
I love it.
Is
And
there any way I can get my wife to stop yelling?
is blackouts?
I can't hear it.
Is blackouts looks like resurrection key?
Yeah.
Key to the balance of our world. Roll percent.
18.
hurts to have your wife yell at you for
That's where I release them. Carry them right away.
Okay. Here are the answers. Please hand that to Bart.
Top of it. Oh, no. Can't find the tower. I'm not sure. Can't tell. They're not telling me if the Roseanne thinks it's in the tower or not. And let's see. He's still training his demon army.
Oh, so maybe we should go and check on him.
We don't have to have any protections to go to the tower already. So if we find it, we can go there. So we can open a portal to it. Should be able to.
You think we gotta go? You think we gotta go and check on
And
him?
unfortunately, blackout's key to the balance of the everything here. So it has to be done.
All right, are we prepared?
Um,
So we're going where? So where exactly are we going?
we need to spell out the bill.
All right.
I still believe we should go
No,
get the necklace from Gil.
What?
The necklace.
Oh, right.
The amulet that he first
thanks you, Ryan.
Teleport.
I can just teleport to. Make it work.
Forget about the portal.
Too convenient.
Yeah, they're way too convenient. I don't understand why I use them. It's a freaking morning.
It's pretty much
Wait a minute, it is.
It's pretty much plot
It
convenience.
makes me Rick. That's what.
Pretty much a plot convenience thing. If anything boring's going on, like walking, you can just teleport anywhere.
See these seeds, Morty? I need these seeds. You're gonna have to hide them up your ass. Oh, I don't know, Rick.
Do it. Do it. 60C.
Okay, so Pareko says, that sounds bad.
Now,
Yeah, he's still doing his army, then we're in danger. Everyone's in
Problem
danger.
is we can't find out what the darkness is. It's obviously, it itself is not harmful to us. It's what exists within it.
it's what Bane grew in.
Those of us who can see in the dark shouldn't have a problem. Hey, it's everybody. Magic Deck is a first. Hey, way to go, party. Oh, it's true.
I'm not even listening, I'm just looking at your vaporizer or whatever that is. Are you ready to, are you ready to go, partake of your?
Oh dear.
Oh, the Benny.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering move.
All right.
Make a roll to see if it's Benny's server.
Well, will this amulet you're talking about give us some power over the demon?
This amulet originally had Blackout's soul in it.
Then he's like, oh yeah, now I remember. The demon amulet. Yeah.
Thing we got from that.
We might be able to use that to enchant to make a jar for him.
No, remember
It's got
Pareko says, yeah,
We
the
got-
one I told you about where if you know its true name, you can control it with its amulet. That circles Amazic's amulet, right?
Then we need.
Well, we need to get that.
So
And then force him to leave the dragon body. Bam!
Yep.
There you go. There's your answer.
Send your
Wow,
friend.
he walks over to you and he's like,
Can you send
good
him a
job.
message?
Patting
Need
him
us
back.
back.
Open the portal to get money over there. See him.
Hey,
Where's he
wait,
at?
wait,
Oh.
wait.
Open the portal to Guild.
We have to make it super clear though, just so that way he doesn't take
They're not
over
that
like
easy
the
to
person who has
Twist
the
his
amulet.
words. Well,
You gotta make.
he's the prince. If anybody can twist words, it's him. Get him to say it.
Say what?
Well, you gotta make sure that when he leaves Blackout's body, he doesn't go and take over the one who holds him.
Yeah.
Of course, if he has a phylactery right there,
It will trap him.
it's supposed to.
You just gotta make sure it's super clear so
This
that
all seems like we really
no
need that.
loopholes are found.
I think we got pretty much what we need other than one necklace and a good plan.
We all lacking that.
We never have a good plan.
Jumping out of these portals just all willy-nilly like that.
We never had a good plan in the first place. Okay.
I start that.
If you notice that, we'll go do it. Run right in and do it. Hey, it reminds me of me when I was in it.
It's worked.
Yeah,
It's worked out well.
Especially when we want him to not pump up.
yeah. Hey, can I go with you?
I'm more.
We want to kill as few goblins as possible. So we'll try. It wouldn't stop. I don't know what to tell you. They kept getting up with it. Wouldn't stay up.
Alright, well, Muggleb, let's try to open a portal directly to
All right.
So I
Well,
hold up my sword and say, by Franco's
Sounds
word,
super.
this portal shall open to Galena.
We did what-
Same
what
thing.
did go.
Okay, portal open.
There.
Go see Galena.
Yeah,
We see
and,
girls cutting
Tilash
half
are out in the
body.
woods, walking leisurely.
I step out and I go over
Gil, roll me a 10 to see if you're surprised.
Sadly, but in Gill, it opens in Gill. It just
Sit.
You,
gets them right up. Gets
I
them
have a
right down the
reaction
middle.
just
no, aren't elves, don't they get a +4 bonus to surprise? Because they move quietly. Should be on your racial.
Yes,
abilities.
the
bonus to
opponent suffers
surprise.
a minus
To
4
surprise opponent.
Boom.
penalty. When the elf is alone and not wearing metal armor, he gains a bonus to surprise opponents. The opponent suffers a -4 penalty. A -2
Okay,
if I-
so Gil, if you have a reaction adjustment on your dexterity, you are not surprised. If you do not,
Plus two.
are. Okay, so your reaction means you're
Drawing my sword and turning quickly.
and you see
Leo,
What's up?
And through the portal, you can see some other people that you may have not
Okay,
recognized.
Hey, there you
So,
are.
Lenny and Lodi will step through.
Greetings,
Are
friend.
we all going as a party or we're
What brings you back to the woods?
sit here?
Well, you were just at Pariko's lair again. He had these great strawberry drink things. And
I'm glad you came. I was hoping to catch up with you guys, but I didn't know how to get a hold of it.
That's what it is.
well,
We also
we need the herbal amulet that you were talking about.
It's in my pouch here. I have it.
Yeah.
How about I just come with you?
it's a little bit of both.
That was so long.
My thoughts on that, Cobb, were that Gil was helping a farmer family in the area of Featherfall.
Don't
And
tell
that's-
me, you just run with it. So just
do
take it like whatever you're wanting.
Well, you need to know this.
Oh, I want to hear it when you tell him.
I've been helping these farmers. They had wolves, a pack of wolves in the area. So Tilash and I were helping to get rid of these wolves when I realized that
good.
Tilash
No,
Doesn't
see,
have the
see,
same
Tilash just sniffed on the
spunk
box and didn't do anything.
or her nose doesn't work as well. She can't track like she
Maybe
used to.
one of them.
And I want to kill this demon. If you say he's still alive, and that's what you guys do, and I want to help. But Tilash needs to stay with the farmers. So, yeah, she recognizes you guys. But yeah, that's the thing. I've been helping these farmers, so I'm going to command Tilash to go back to the farm. We already wiped out the wolves. We've just been traipsing around, making sure there was nothing else.
She'd be mooching off of him.
And I will go with.
Bill has joined your party.
And so I bid Tilash very well. I tell her, I'll be back. Go guard the farm with Jibby. That's the only.
Jimmy.
You,
Jimmy the farmer.
Jimmy Swift.
Love Jimmy. He's a great guy.
Tilash gives you that. You're displeased with me, dog look.
Yeah, well, she knows she's not the same as she used to be.
Oh, she's older.
Since the injury, she's all timid.
Oh.
not ready to rush into battle like she used to be. I'll be back.
So she starts to walk away and then turns and goes,
Get. That her-
walks off.
Okay, well, currently we
So
are.
you guys step back into Reiko's lair and then
Close the door.
keep looking through the portal. Or you sheathe your weapon.
Okay, it goes.
And you see Gil.
First off,
Then he's like, Gil!
Benny? How did?
He's like,
No.
no? Anybody?
Nah.
I will.
More for you, Ed.
What were you saying?
First off, this is Pykel.
Greetings.
Michael taking some of Benny's herbs.
Be careful with that, it'll knock you down.
Do you remember the first time we tried Benny's stuff?
I do. That's why I'm not trying it now.
Mudlab freed Pykel out of a cage. We had been
I also got,
caught by some goblins.
and I got this rope out of
You
it.
see a ranger, elven ranger, brown hair, short stature, carrying a machete and a
You don't know what class he is?
and a javelin. Well,
No.
okay. I said, well, okay.
You
but
can
no,
tell it's a hunter.
Not okay.
It is not okay. He is describing his dress,
Hunter guard.
but he
Yes,
certainly
wearing leather armor, carrying a sword and a
Hey,
bow
we're in the
over his
dress.
back with a
It's a
sheath full of
fancy dress.
arrows.
Wants to go to the ball.
Belt pouch and backpack and a coil of rope.
Well, you see a short dwarf with a no more, but it's a limmy mustache bar, handlebar mustache from hell because I burned my beard in the forge all the time.
Ah,
So I got it parted to both sides.
there you go. Cool. And you're
Kinda
wearing chainmail, you said?
Chainmail, kind of with a anvil and hammer symbol on it.
Nice.
Well, at the moment, we are working on finding this place called the Tower of Learning.
Well, I know that if you're hunting this demon, that's why I wanted to come with you. I
No.
want to make sure that thing is dead for good.
Gil sees Kelp there,
Yeah. They met at the Rumple Vodka the other night.
and Gil is indifferent towards Kelp.
Okay.
Kelp sees Gil there, and Gil is Kelp.
Kill.
Kelp
Different.
is friendly towards Gil.
Greetings,
Kill.
fellow elf.
Kel's
How you doing?
Kel's evil twin. How are you?
I'll do it anyway. Hey, tattoo.
Hey.
Freak.
All right. So Lodi comes over and he shakes your hand and pats you on the
How you
back.
doing, Lodi? Good to see you again. Let's kill this demon once and for all, huh? We thought we had it right the first time.
I thought you hit him with the ultimate demon killing power. That's the thing.
Yes, but his soul went into the amulet and it had more willpower than Blackouts, so. Or Danzig's soul went into whenever we tried to do Blackouts.
Parako's like, say that again?
Well, the amulet that he has, we had both Blackouts and Herbal Danzig's soul within it. That is where we had captured his soul after I
know
slayed
that
him.
artist.
And
It's not Uriah.
I guess
Yeah, it is.
It
the
is.
way Herbal Danzig
All
is
right.
still alive is
Got it.
whenever we went to put Blackout's soul into his body, Herbal Danzig's his soul had more willpower than Blackout's. And
Wait. Are you sure?
I would assume,
Why?
I would assume so.
That's what Bart said.
How,
You said Ergol Zamzik's soul had more power.
Well, he had more willpower than
Because
Blackout at the time.
Blackout
Blackout was
had-
severely weakened.
Blackout had been very weakened.
What weakens a soul?
I don't know. Torture?
And then at that moment,
All the training on it.
all of you roll level checks.
Every character.
Nope.
Right on 14.
16.
17. I don't think I
It
know.
was almost 4 intervals.
Damn. None of my characters made it.
Uncle Evans.
Neither of mine.
Wait, so did anyone make this?
Right on 14.
What's the,
Okay.
what's the level?
A 2 or less on a 30?
Yeah,
Okay.
Check you with love.
yeah, you're not.
Okay, so Bart, you're the only one that notices. And it's fine. You know how like your phone will vibrate in your pocket, but then you look and there's like no message, so it's like a phantom.
Mm-hmm.
I get that with no phone in my pocket.
It's happening right now. Wherever you've stored the phylactery in your robe of super storage or whatever.
I'll grab it.
And it's just like,
Lower or something.
no, nothing's going on.
Put it back.
I reach into my belt pouch and I pull out that demon amulet. I brought this with me. They say we're going to use it to help kill the demon.
Okay, all of you, save versus
Is that-
spells. All of everyone.
Which one do I roll for that?
You want to roll a d20? You want to roll high?
Yeah, let's get that one I needed.
Okay, this has been 10.
Kelp made it.
Wait, which one? Wait. Alright, high?
A d20.
I got a 17.
And look on your first sheet. You should have a saving throw
Above.
section.
Gil did
what
not
do you
make
need?
I needed 13, I got 17.
Okay, so those of you that made it, you are not surprised. And those of you that failed, which was all of mine,
Gil failed.
you will not get to act in this first round. Because a mind-shattering pain affects those of you that fail. And the amulet, the darkness springs out of this amulet and envelops everyone in a quick fashion. So,
How am I
The one
supposed
Gil
to act?
held up?
no, the phylactery.
Okay.
How am I supposed to act in this
You're
situation?
going to tell me what you would like to do.
How am I supposed to be able to do anything?
Like, that's all I
It's
can
already
say.
pretty much enveloped everything.
What is save versus spell?
You had it, man.
I needed it for, was it got an 8? I rolled for,
I thought you rolled a 9.
I did roll.
Yeah, you made it. So you made it. So what's your action? Anything?
Follow the
Same.
dagger!
And attack the darkness?
Ah! No.
Or just stand there?
I'm going to say battle with the spirit armor in case any demons or something.
Okay.
I have what armor?
You're going to cast your spell or a ring. Okay.
One ring.
Did anybody else make their saving throw versus spells?
Kelp did.
Okay. Does Kelp have an action?
Casting a spell.
All right. Roll initiative. Roll a 10 over there. Prince B, you roll a
10.
Oh, you're delayed a bit. All I have to do is not roll a 10. And I rolled a 10! So it all happens at the same time. Uh-oh. Okay. So, now that we've achieved the ultimate cluster
We have achieved!
Benny, or no, that's right, he didn't make it.
No one made it
So
on
it's
your...
just you, and so go ahead and you do your thing, where you activate your magic item.
I did my thing.
And you do your thing, and you activate your magic item, and Kelp, you cast a spell. And what was it?
Detect spirits.
Okay, so you
Oh, is that out of darkness?
you
Hi,
say
oh, God, kill it.
what?
I should first ask if I have the right component.
You do have a
A small pendant of copper wire worth at least 20 gold.
you have one.
Okay. And I say, let's see here. the area of effect is 10 foot by a 60-foot path, so I'm facing in the direction of the darkness. And I wave both hands and Kahula reveal the unearthly spirits.
Okay. So, so this is all happening at the same time.
Would you like to read the description?
I got it right.
Okay.
So you, at the same time that you cast the spell, and you detect a powerful spirit coming from the phylactery, one that is so powerful that its darkness has taken over the immediate area where everyone is.
What is it? So what is it?
You, everyone that failed your save, you are taken by the darkness, leaving those of you there that made your save.
That just got intense really quickly.
Uh-oh.
And then the darkness is slowly shrinking back into the phylactery. So I need actions from all of you, and the spirits that you've seen is like the shrinking in.
What do we do?
And so it was the form of, or it was Amzix, the form of a dragon,
Just amalgamate?
It's
Is
like-
it
non-corporeal?
It's as weird as it sounds. It's like the form of a tower.
the darkness itself. is-
Tower of Learning?
This,
We have 5 seconds to make an action.
I got
we
nothing.
must go into the darkness for the tower to reveal its secrets. This is the darkness.
I'm gonna go!
I somehow attempt to follow the darkness.
Okay.
Come on.
Me
So
too.
you follow the darkness,
I'm going to.
and you
Go dumber things.
and
Why not? Please.
only the player characters are there. Benny, Lodi, and Braco, and Metro are not.
Why? Because they're not story important.
Sure, if you want to say that.
There you go. They become insignificant.
I think we found the tower.
Because as you look,
This may have been a
and
better
your
idea.
eyes, those of you within provision, which maybe all
Everyone has it.
As your eyes adjust from the darkness to this blinding light, you notice that you are standing in a lightly forested area, and in front of you, raising some 70 feet in the air, is a lone tower with no doorways or windows or arrow slits. At the top, it's crenellated, and it's made of giant stones that have been cut and fit together.
I think we found it.
And you said we needed a plan.
I call upon high melody.
We would prefer it. That's it works.
We conscious now and alert?
We have been conscious.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys ever heard of a horse?
Nope.
We didn't do this.
What the heck is a horse?
Something drew us in here.
Heck is a horse.
Something drew you. We came in.
We came in on our own accord, okay?
Somewhat.
The headache is gone,
Reluctantly,
by the way. The headache is gone. And not only that, but
Sense of well-being.
all of you roll level checks.
One, two.
Made it.
Misses, skill,
Made it.
fail.
Okay, so those of you that make it, you notice on, I guess out of all of you, it would probably be Health would be the most noticeable. He looks cleaner. He looks fresher. He looks like he's got new skin.
You think that would be the most noticeable with that?
Good help. You don't look dirty.
But it's more than that. It's like his skin has somehow, like he hasn't been through all of the years
Like he's
Oh, his tattoos are gone?
of worn.
Are his tattoos gone?
So it's like
Yes, his tattoos are gone.
he like reverted age.
No, he appears to be the same age, just
Cool.
like he's fresh.
This is strange feeling.
Like how you're
As you look around, your tattoos kind of sort to slowly come back, just slow, and you feel that your connection to your God is gone.
Oh.
And the same goes for you. You
And I
notice it
kneel
immediately.
and pray.
So when you kneel and pray, that's all you do. And that's nothing, you don't feel any kind of mana trickle into your spell bank.
We've been removed from
Everything.
Skell. I fear.
Awesome.
Assume that when we walk through the list to the,
Stand back up and ready my spear.
You notice that your tattoos are faint.
Strange.
take it
indeed.
they're magical.
There is no God here.
Do I notice anything?
They're
about
ceremonial.
myself?
They're like your connection to them.
Is there anything
Mhm.
about you that's, like, do you have any big scars, or you start looking and you notice like the little scar on your finger is missing?
Hey, that
And
paper cut's gone.
The one I got
I
last
never
week.
nicked myself with my sword while I was sharpening.
all of you you notice that if you had
What the?
a scar, it's gone.
It's just
Oh
burnt
my God,
hair,
circumcision.
all grown back or
So I
something.
got a beard.
I don't really have any metal scars.
You can have whatever you
Did break my
want.
arm once. That's about it. Nothing really too.
All of you look like the best form of yourself.
So I'm not stinky.
This is an odd place, but it doesn't feel bad.
Well, well,
Is there-
Came
let's
on his
look at
way
this
from
doorway.
tower.
Yeah, let's
There!
find a doorway.
I walked towards the.
You walk towards the tower? Okay.
Wait, would our sword still work?
We don't know because we haven't used it.
So Kelp has his spear at the ready, Gil has his sword drawn, and a dagger in his offhand.
I want to try something.
What?
Try to make a portal to Paraco's life.
Alright, then.
Pull out the sword.
My
Paraco's
Paraco's
will. The sword shall open to Paraco's life.
Well,
Nothing happens.
What is that?
At least your
That
sword.
was the
Was that a
well
sand
worth
person?
the shatter.
That was in the Star Wars where they try to jump the light beam. Just go,
Uh,
I told you! That's what happened. Alright, so yeah, the swords either don't work or have been replaced with fakes.
Well, something tells me there's no magic here.
And as you approach the tower, you hear this.
Magic.
Who approaches the Tower of Learning?
Us!
Leo and Dithis Hunting Hawk. I don't really know how I got here. It was dark and my head hurt, and now I'm here.
It was like a Friday night, man. It was crazy.
My sword doesn't do cool stuff anymore, and that I'm pretty upset about that. My friend, he can't feel his god. He's pretty upset.
I'm not really upset.
I don't know what's
Did
going
you tell
on.
anybody that? What?
I
You can tell me.
kneeled to pray, and
But did you say you couldn't feel?
I said we've been removed from Skell.
Just for clarity. So
Well-
Yeah, right.
Well, hello.
We're all pretty upset over something, I'm sure.
I'm not really upset.
And
This could be a dream.
I'm confused.
no dream. Removed from our plane, we're not from plane existence. Right?
Nah,
We
not the first time.
seek the Tower of Learning.
You seek the inside of the tower of learning.
you
Seek
have
the end of
found
the
that
sky.
which you seek.
We seek Roman noodles.
Now, ask what you will, or continue on your journey to your final resting place.
So we're dead? So we're basically dead?
No,
No.
this is where we find. I'm sure you can ask him about the. how to-
We are here to kill the demon Urgal Zamzix.
That's pretty much.
Of course, that's not a question.
What?
The tower thinks to itself, good for you.
I want to ask a
How
question,
do we-
but I don't know how many questions we get to ask.
Yeah, how many questions do we get?
That's a question. You're stupid. Don't
Sure.
ask a question.
There is no limit
There!
to the Tower of Knowledge.
Hey,
How do you kill Argos Zamzix?
You must kill any demon on its home plane. Only then
will its spirit dissipate into nothingness, and it will be forever dead.
All right. Now, what is the final resting place?
Slotmore.
What is Slotmore?
The final resting.
There's the goblins.
What is that? What is
Wizard,
Slotmore?
you got any good questions?
Slotmore is the home plane of the what was the title that he had? He was the Virgo Zamzix
What
was
plane does
the, like the Lord of
Lord of Dread?
no, but it was something like that.
Fear.
It was like the Lord of Lost Hopes. Slotmore is the Lord of Lost Hopes and its final resting.
Why are we headed there?
Big voice in the tower.
Right.
I pull up my wrist gem. You know how much this is worth?
It is worth what you can get someone else to pay.
Nice answer.
Why are we headed to Slotmore?
All right.
The Slotmore is, well,
Either you seek your own death or you seek to kill Virgo Zamzix.
Will we be able to come back once we're done?
Unknown.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, wait. Why do we have no connection to any gods here?
I am God here.
That's what I thought.
kitties, well,
How many people have passed through here?
and they sent us to the.
Countless untolds throughout the millennia of history.
Anyone interesting?
Subjective.
Not in this case.
You ever know what the tower was?
Better to be dick slapped by a cow.
Oh, Darvon.
And you sing Coils the way.
Goblin.
What's the place called again?
Slotmore.
Slotmore.
Where's Slotmore?
No, kitty transporters to slot.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Which way is Slotmore?
Can you temporarily silence this goblin until
No!
I leave?
No.
There. Take that.
Hey, check this out.
Which way is Slotmore?
I'll play D&D.
Magical means.
How do we get those names?
Just ride home, huh? Looking for a chat?
The limited questions.
All right, bro.
Okay,
See you later.
Actually,
Bye.
There are many ways of travel between the worlds.
Give me the easiest.
Create a
why can't
portal.
you use your portal?
Well, we can't. use
Why
portals.
can't you use? Why can't they use?
Yeah,
their
why can't we use our
for it?
portals?
Oh,
No magical emanations are allowed to interfere with the towers and your learning.
Gil steps up. What brought us here? What darkness brought us here?
And at that,
Not convenient.
from the top of the tower, you hear, I did. And it is blackout.
How you doing?
So,
And normally you all would be subject to its fear,
is Blackout?
but you are not.
Is
And
Black-
those of you that have seen him before, which is you,
yeah.
you weren't there.
I was there. I've seen him. I was in his cave.
When he landed on the king's court.
Yeah, but you weren't subject to its fear then. So you were. and
You made
were.
your savings throw, man. You were
You
never scared of
you
it.
realize that that effect is not happening.
So, wait. Is Blackout the Tower of Learning?
I sheathed my sword
Do
and
I still
hit
get
an arrow.
No,
Yeah,
don't.
at the
Don't.
bottom.
Don't. We don't need to get.
I'll tell you this is probably the part where he's up there.
The dragon is like perched, like its feet are hanging over the edge. And the rest of us just.
Gil again. Is it you?
Gilligan! Gilligan!
Is it you, Blackout, or someone in your body?
Well, Blackout's soul was in the phylactery, and I assume
And this is, we're in the
we're in the
factory now.
phylactery.
So we're speaking of blackout, so.
Thank you for having a brain, Prince.
How big is the brain?
Oh.
Can you please ask your subjects
to leave the room while the adults talk.
I also guessed
Are you
it.
talking about soul laugh again?
I also figured it out.
Put away my book.
How you doing?
What is
I've never been in the presence
What
of
are
such a
hot-
great creature.
Oh yeah, we're gonna stop.
What are hot dogs made of?
You'll have to forgive them. They've never been in the presence of such a grand creature. Or at
I
least his
he
essence.
said we have unlimited questions.
uh,
I'm gonna ask as many as I can.
It flies down just with a big hop like a baby bird off the tree.
So what are hot dogs made of?
Except for shake a little bit and then you're like, yeah.
Kelton's taken back.
Oh,
That's why I like soul laugh. I tend to honor the things
wait,
that
I got a question. How long will I
Will you
live?
let the wizard talk so we can get?
Yeah, maybe you could shut up now.
No, I have unlimited questions.
silent.
I have unlimited questions. Okay, I'm gonna use them.
Flat edge of the magic jams.
No,
Straight up.
I want to ask my question.
The dragon looks at you and gets right down, face the snout, and it says, "Be run!"
Nah.
And you need to make me a dexterity. Do you have tumbling? Make me a dex check at -10.
How do I do that?
You roll a d20,
And get ready to roll.
and you need, what's your dexterity?
Wait, lower, 9,
Hold on, what's your dexterity?
17.
So you need a 7 or less.
I got 8.
Oh, you are buffeted back against the tower,
Okay,
and you actually take damage.
awesome.
Not to mention, it's not off the-
Not glad you take 9 points of damage.
Oh, shit. You said I had unlimited questions.
He
You
turns
said I
back
could.
and he says, "Who asked me that question?"
You said I could ask as many.
Which question?
Which one?
What was your question?
I asked what darkness brought us here, and then I asked, are you really
Oh.
black?
He says, "I am blackout."
It is good to see you. Whether this is reality or not, I'm still uncertain.
I still haven't.
How do you feel in this between worlds?
Uneasy as you
And
probably do.
Whatever.
He says, "Exactly. I'm guessing that the dwarf and the goblin feel just fine.
Yeah.
They do not have what we have. There is a huge difference between our races and theirs."
We've been fighting with a way to help you the best. How can we get you out of here? Would be the easiest, not the easiest, but the best way to get you out of
I
here.
have been at this tower for what feels like a lifetime.
Did you learn it?
I have tried every question, every form of trickery, and I have not found a satisfactory answer.
It seems, this is Gil speaking, seems from what the prince has gleaned that Ergel Zamzix has taken your control of your body on the material plane.
I believe that to be true.
We're
Because
trying to figure out how to get him out of it.
It was through his vanity that I was able to escape his clutches. He had the phylactery, but as he was passing through the wall of portals, he decided to show his true form to something there, and I escaped through a scale of his.
You still have that flag?
Yeah, I have the flag.
Okay.
I know perfectly well what he has. I am inside of that, as are you.
Awesome. Can you do anything with it?
I'm hoping one of you can ask the tower the right questions, because my questions lead to nowhere but frustration.
Is this phylactery important anymore?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are two different voices, by the way.
Mhm.
The tower is the demon, the dragon voice is like gravelly but deep. The tower voice is like the scene in Excalibur where it's like, "What have you?" Remember that? And he's
I
trying to
don't know how long I
find
want. I want to know how long
Who
I'm gonna
does
live.
it serve? It's that.
I'm not a wizard, but bringing the phylactery and the pendulum, what do you call it?
The amulet, the demon
Amulet
amulet.
together is what brought us here.
I want to know how long
That
it's gonna
makes
live.
sense. They are connected.
And I'm talking about to the tower. What's the difference between the amulet and the flag?
Who are you asking?
The tower, the big
Booming tower.
floating tower with the answers.
The connection would be that they are both possessed psychically by the demon.
Is there a way to attack the demon through the amulet and
The demon, the amulet can force the demon to do whatever you command it to do.
What's the demon's true name?
Urgel's Amulets.
Okay. I didn't know if that was his true name or not.
It is its true name.
It's
Says the
our
tower.
party. It's our
Dragon
party.
says,
We have his true name and we have his soul gem. We can call him anytime we want him.
the dragon says,
How can we make? Yeah, how do we make it
how do we
work?
call it from in here though?
Tower of Learning. Is it a good idea to bring our Golzanzik here?
No.
Okay.
Virgo Zamzix seeks me
Yeah.
because if it controls me, it controls everything.
How?
Because it knows everything.
This is the passageway to the afterlife, man. This is the in-between place. If he controls this, he controls where everything goes after it passes.
That is correct.
It's always been.
And the dragon looks over at you and he says, do you now begin to understand, little flea?
Why would the
Why?
dragon's breath crown die completely? Is your dead completely laughing?
Correct.
Where's my
So there's no way to bring you back to our place.
There has to be a way. I cannot be stuck on this island forever.
Your body is on the prime plane still. We just have to find it.
You have to find a way to get me from here
To
to
there.
there.
Great tower? I have to
Could we-
confess this in 45 minutes.
That's all right. It's 5. So that's
Oh, you
good.
guys can keep going. I just gotta I gotta get my daughter by 6 before 5.
It's just something that
Okay.
I
so-
have priorities.
Blackout and Earl's
Take it
Answers
easy.
both doing
Yeah,
a good
get
job.
your dice.
Blackout's true name, I can call him to here, and we can remove him. He can walk out with us in his soldier,
Yeah, it doesn't even have.
not in the flat.
there's no
It
stupid
looks
question
like it.
when you're asking something other.
The soul gem
I
and the
have
black tree
no
are the same
credit
thing.
for a
The two pieces of the same puzzle.
new.
What I'm saying is Can we call one soul from one to the other and remove it from that reality to another through the gem? Because we're just moving from one vessel to the next. We can carry the one vessel out and it's
The
not
dragon-
connected to this
The
place.
dragon says, Tower of Learning. How can we put me back and remove Fertile Xanthi?
Yeah.
And the tower
Yeah,
says,
like,
all right,
man.
we'll see you in 2 weeks.
just over here on the chat, I guess.
Can you get out?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I just looked.
Yeah, I pulled behind.
There's no stupid question when you're asking something.
I went behind you because I can't figure it out.
The tower says, you must place the black phylactery upon the dragon's body.
This is all me, right?
Yes.
Alright.
And you must cast magic jar. And then you must command just exactly at the same time or right after, you must command Ergo Zamzix with the demon amulet to go into the phylactery. And it must be in that order. The phylactery must touch the dragon. The cast spell of magic jar must be cast, and the demon must be ordered to enter the phylactery. That will shift Blackout Soul
from here to its body.
At least now we have a plan. O Tower of
I
Knowledge,
got no.
where is Urgal Zamzis? And that's Kel.
Urgal Zamzix.
Can you return us to where we came, from whence we came?
Hold on. It's all quiet for a second. And then it says, Urgal Zamzix is at the Emerald Court.
Also, is there a way to return you after we left? Without dying?
No.
Okay.
And I tell Blackout before we leave, I'm doing my best to honor our agreement to help each other.
I have no doubt. I will know if you are successful at the same time you will.
I say to the.
So, to all of us, good luck.
Also, how long would I live? What's up, Andrew?
About 3 more seconds. We're gonna keep it on.
The future is unknown, but
Can't read what's been written.
you will live no longer
Do you need to hang on to that? Oh, you got it.
than
That's not
50
mine. I'm not gonna you threw that back there.
50 what?
50 summers.
No, you can hang on to
All
that.
right.
It's down, it's fine.
I usually have
Because
work.
that is when the fates have decreed
I had my stuff.
you will cease.
I'm not waiting till I die.
I don't have a lot of my.
Unknown.
Okay.
I see.
I
I grabbed the one notebook.
I say to the tower,
That's the
where can I find someone
He went about Blackout. He was
able to
Uh-huh.
purchase the gem?
You know, we could actually find out where to get anything we want.
You will find many that will wish to purchase the gem.
Which is what, Joe?
Where can I find great
It's
riches?
his gem. He's talking
Oh,
about
if you're
treasure.
talking
Where can I find great riches?
Subjective. You know what the word subjective
Oh,
means?
now isn't it?
This is the DM speaking to the player. You don't know what subjective means?
Nope. What is subjective
See, I
mean?
took all that.
Subjective
stuff. I went
means-
back to lighters as we got older.
The answer is dependent upon your perspective.
Oh, in the way of money. Okay.
Rephrase.
Where can I find great riches in the form of money?
There are many places throughout the world which hold great riches.
I can tell you a secret password. Go away, play with all the gold you want. See me out with it.
Are there any more questions for the Tower of Urn?
I have to think about it.
Do you get lonely
What?
here?
No.
Is there a girl? Is there a Mrs. Tower?
No.
What is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything?
42.
Subjective.
What is the greatest movie ever created?
And at that, you all are back where you
So like
started.
Brian, of course.
You're all laying on the ground. And you're all gasping for
Who
air.
was the greatest?
I can answer your question.
Yeah,
42.
can't parade those.
Who is the greatest
Yes.
comedian in all of the land? Do something.
You're all back at Braco's Lair.
Do the best of it.
About 42 minutes.
Thank you
You got
for
more to start
listening and
watching
watching to episode 3
I wanted to know
of the
if I
Emerald
found
Warrior. And isn't it great? Because the Emerald Court is
Hot dogs don't know
in
what a hot
trouble.
dog Hot dogs don't know what hot dogs are made of.
Weeks.
So, well, the Tower of Learning would know. I know we couldn't ask him that.